Hello? Hello? It says there's some kind of error. I don't know if I'm showing up for you guys. Hey, nope, I see it. I see it. Looks like it's working. Hello? Hello? Okay, oh my gosh. Nice to see it's working. It looked like there was some kind of error or something going on there, so sorry about that, guys. Hello? Hello, and welcome to the 300k stream. I am sorry this is a little bit later than the other streams. I'd had a vacation and other stuff I had to deal with in real life, but hey, it's dealt with now. Ads. Oh, okay. I could wait a minute. Okay. You guys voted for Kirby's Epic Yarn to be the game, and I don't know what else there really is to do here, so I guess I'm just gonna look around and see what stages still need doing. And what... I don't know. What else needs completing? Because there's gotta be something to do here, right? How do I sound? How do I sound? Everything sounding good? Everything sounding fine? We got 99 people already? Oh my gosh. Guys, hello. Hello and welcome. Okay, so. Looks like we already got some questions and stuff. This is good. Hello and welcome. Okay, here's a stage I haven't done. I'm pretty sure the reason is because this is a very difficult stage. So we'll see. We might be starting this stream off a little more difficult than the others, but that's fine. Alrighty, great choice. Kirby's Epic Yarn is fun. Hi Bacon, how's your day going? It's going good, man. It's going good. Glad to be here. Do I like Fantastic Four? I have not seen it yet. Bacon Guy, you have a nemesis in the stream. Yeah, I see Yug Nukwab pretending to be like Evil Bacon, so... Hello, Evil Bacon. Hello. So happy for you, Mr. Guy. Well-deserved success. Thank you. Thank you so much. These streams are the real Q&As. Basically, yeah, basically. I can only do like 5 or 6 for the shorts, but for this one, I'd talk for like 2 hours. This should be fun. Do you love K-pop Demon Hunters? I have not seen it. I have not seen that one, and I probably will not be seeing that one. We'll see. We'll see. If you've seen The Amazing Digital Circus, are there any favorite characters? Kinger, he's probably the best one. I like Kinger a lot. Bro, Loki sounds like Odyssey Central. Odyssey Central's underrated, man. I promise I am not Odyssey Central. That would be really, really funny, though. It's this stage. Okay, this stage is really, really hard, but you may notice this is the music I use in all the backgrounds for my Q&As, so that's kind of funny. I'm the Penny Guy. Did you literally name yourself the Penny Guy? That's really funny. That is really funny. Okay, let's see. I am your biggest fan. Well, hello, biggest fan. Hello and welcome. I'm sure there's probably... Oh, gosh, this is going to be a hard level. There's probably other people that would want to claim that title, but maybe not. Maybe not. Hello and welcome. Okay, let's not die. Not dying would be a good way to not die today. Nice. What is my favorite Kirby game? You're seeing it right now. This is the one. This is the one. This is just such a good, well-made game, man. Alright, what is a hot dog? Good question. Not real. That's a good answer for that. Do you like squash in video games? I'm assuming you're talking about Plants vs. Zombies, and yeah, pretty okay plant. Pretty okay. You've got better plants, but that's a good one. I've had a pretty boring day, and I want to watch something funny. So what's the funniest movie you've seen? Not a lot of people agree with me on this take, but I would put Thelma the Unicorn up there. That... that movie was just dumb, man. Oh... Yay! For the house I'm never gonna build. Perfect. Thelma the Unicorn's just fun, man. I enjoyed that movie more than I probably should have. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna die. And I died. Yeah, Thelma the Unicorn is beautiful. No. Ah, well. Oh, yeah, there's a boss I have to fight here. Oh, man. Oh, this is gonna be an enjoyable time. I've been a big fan for a while. Hey, thank you so much. Okay, we're starting it off with an interesting question. Why do you hate Avengers Endgame? I don't think it's that well written. You know, I don't think it's a very well written movie. I was watching a video the other day that did a really good job explaining my thoughts on it. There's like 3 or 4 things that if they don't happen, the movie just does not happen. Like the movie does not exist. For example, Ant-Man only comes back because a rat touches some wires together in the beginning of the movie. If that doesn't happen, none of the rest of the movie happens. The time travel doesn't get discovered. Ant-Man doesn't come back. Without the rat, the movie does not happen. So that's one of the two things. The other thing is that Nebula, I believe it's Nebula, she reconnects with her past self or something, and that is how Thanos knows that the Avengers have shown up or whatever, or are time traveling, and that's how he's able to time travel. If Nebula doesn't accidentally connect to her past self because of Wi-Fi or whatever, then the end doesn't happen. The Avengers just win and everything's fine, but they needed a final conflict, and so boom, there you go. Thanos just comes back from the other universe. We gotta get the Weird Woods music. Oh, no, please. Please. Oh, okay, we're not getting music today. That's fine. But that's one of several issues. I don't think the plot is very well written. I hate when things rely on time travel. I feel like that's usually a really cheap cop-out. Was there anything else? I mean, I mentioned it in the short that a lot of people didn't like. I don't like that they bring in this other Thanos, which, yes, sure, it's the same Thanos. It's not a Thanos from a different universe. Well, guess what? This Thanos has not experienced the things that the Thanos from Infinity War did, you know? And so he's not the same Thanos that we just watched an entire movie about. And so I find him a much less compelling character. He doesn't have the same character growth. So, yeah, you add all that in, and it's just not as tightly written a movie as Infinity War. Infinity War is one of the greatest movies ever made, and I will die on that hill. But there you go. Those are a few reasons why I think Avengers Endgame is not that well written of a movie, and definitely not as well written as Avengers Infinity War. So, there you go. The penny guy is not permanent. Yeah, I figured. But you never know. You never know. Do you like Forrest Gump? Yeah, that's a pretty okay movie. It's pretty okay. Okay, I got a gold medal. I really don't want to lose it. You should review Zootopia 83. I think I know what you're talking about, and no, I will not be doing that. Unless you're referring to the 83rd movie, in which case, give it a few years, there will be that many Zootopias. Are you human or a bacon? What do you think? What do you think? It's a good question. It's a good question. What is your favorite VeggieTales? Ooh. Which was the one with Barbara Manatee? That one was pretty fun. I feel like we watched that one a lot as a kid. Oh, dude, is my battery about to run out? Ah, well, if it runs out, I'll just go grab a new one. Alright, and there you go. That level was not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. So maybe this won't be that difficult of a stream. We'll see. What is your favorite Despicable Me movie? I've not seen 3. I've seen 1, 2, and 4. 4 was really bad. 1 was fine. I think 2 is the best one. That one had El Macho. El Macho is amazing. So, yeah, I'm going to put that one up there. That was Madame Blueberry. Oh, dude. Madame Blueberry was great, man. So, yeah, I feel fine putting that as my favorite one. Do you know about Incredibox, Bacon Guy? I do not. I do not. Favorite Bible character, not including our goat Jesus. I mean, obviously, yeah, Jesus would have to be tops. Favorite Bible character. I mean, I think that really comes down to a lot of different Bible stories. I know one of my favorites has always been the story with Elijah, and oh, how does it go? He's got the 2 different altars. It's him and all the other people, the heretics or whatever, who are bowing down to the god Baal. And they keep praying and praying for Baal to do something. Baal does nothing, obviously, because Baal's not real. And then Moses, it's not. Oh my gosh, wait a second. Dude, I'm tired. Give me a second. It's not Moses. This is Elijah we're talking about. I'm sorry. I had a Sunday school lesson today that included Moses, so I'm so sorry that we're talking about him. This is not a Moses story. This is an Elijah story. So Elijah, he creates the altar for God and does like 20 different things to it. And everyone's just like, oh my gosh, yeah, there's no way God's gonna do this. And then God sends down fire from the sky. And everyone's just like, oh, maybe that God is real. Maybe he is. How many things have I done here? I did Hot Wings. Have I just done all the levels over here? Gotten golds? I may have. Cool cave. Lovely. Yep, we did everything over here. Alrighty. What is your credit card information? 7. Just type that in and see if it works. Why don't you like Hotel Transylvania 3? Because it's my favorite Hotel Transylvania movie. I cannot stand that movie. I think it's just not well written. I don't like the humor. I don't think the characters are as good in that one. Because, listen, I'm one of the few people out there that actually really likes Dracula as a character. I think he's really good. And giving him the whole, like, love arc in that movie was cringe, man. Absolutely cringe. The girl that he falls for is also just disgusting. And, the humor is so bad. Half of the movie feels like it's a screensaver. Yeah, I know there was a level to do back there, but that's one of the levels where I have to point the Wii Remote at the screen, and I'm sitting really, really close to the screen. I don't think that's gonna work. So we'll find something else. We'll find a level that needs doing. Secret Island only has a 2. So you're saying aim for a 3? I think so. I think so. But yeah, Hotel Transylvania 3 is an absolutely horrendous sequel. I like the intro, though. I need to know your favorite anime. I don't watch anime. So, that's my favorite. I just don't like anime, but it's not my thing. You get to a point where it's just like, you try enough things, you do enough things, and it's just like, this is not my thing. And that's okay. Not everything has to be everyone's thing. And anime is not mine. So that's why I spend so much time talking about Disney and stuff. Anime is just not for me. Watch Human Centipede. Probably not. Probably not. I don't even know what that is. So, apologies. What up? Not much. Just playing a stream, man. Playing a stream. What about 4? Oh, Hotel Transylvania 4 was pretty bad. Oh, that's the thing up there. I didn't think that was a very good movie. What even happened? Oh, that was the transformed one, where they all transform into humans or whatever. Yeah, it was gimmicky. You could tell they wanted a 4th one, but didn't really have the plans for a 4th one. Like, a good plot or anything. So, it did not need to exist. And it went straight to streaming. I think it was supposed to go into theaters, but then COVID and everything happened, so... yeah, it was about a streaming quality movie. Hotel Transylvania 4 is not that good of a film. But, those are just my thoughts. Do you like the Beatles? They're pretty okay. I respect what they did to the music industry, but, like, I can't name any Beatles songs that I actively listen to. They're just kind of things that play on the radio that, I don't know. Not my style of music. Doesn't mean it's bad, it's just not for me, you know? Let me see. Favorite Nintendo franchise besides Kirby? I don't know if Kirby would even be my favorite Nintendo franchise. Like, this game in particular is just absolutely amazing. Mario Kart would be up there. I played a lot of Mario Kart Wii recently. And, oh my gosh, that game is amazing. That game is just so good. Listen, I've watched also a lot of Mario Kart Wii content, and Funky Kong is the best character in the game. I've always liked Funky Kong, okay? Like, I've always used him even before I heard he was statistically the greatest character to play. He's just Funky Kong. He's the best. So, I don't know. Mario Kart would be up there. Super Smash Brothers, that one's got to be up there. Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do. Zelda. I don't like as many Zelda games as most people, but I absolutely love Breath of the Wild. And so, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, those would both be on that list. I'm not that big a fan of the 2D Marios. They're okay, but like, other than the original Super Mario World, and Mario Wonder looked fun, but other than those games, most of them are just eh. They're not for me. I didn't really like the new Super Mario... Oh my gosh. That was close. I did not like the new Super Mario Brothers games. I thought those were like... they were too hard and not enough fun. They just kind of existed. Earthbound was pretty fun. I've played a few Metroid games. Those are okay. I preferred Metroidvanias. Like, been playing a lot of Hollow Knight recently, actually. That's a pretty fun game. I don't know. Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do. But there you go. There's a few. Oh, F-Zero is also another franchise that absolutely needs to come back. That thing is underrated as heck. Nice. But all of those are good. Do you hate Labubu's? I did not know those were a thing until like a week ago. So I have no opinion on them. You know? To me, it looks like the Stanley Cup thing all over again, where you just have this random... I don't know. Like... oh, now I can't even do that. Okay. Just this random thing has just gained popularity for no reason. It's just like, okay, whatever, this is just the next fad. This is the world we live in now. So, oh well. Hollow Knight, yep, it's great. Do you actually hate Dano? Heck no, oh my gosh. I did those shorts a while back now, it's actually been a while, about how Dano was copying me, but that was a joke. Most people knew it was a joke. Some people didn't, but most people knew it was. And yeah, there's a treasure up there. Ah, well. But no, dude, that guy absolutely, he inspired a lot of my content. I don't think I would be doing what I am if it wasn't for Dano Draws and Johnny Razor. So yeah, huge shout out to those guys. They are absolutely incredible. Okay, let's see. And no, Dano Draws was never copying me. There's no way. There is no way. Okay, let's see. I didn't know you like Kirby. Oh, dude, Kirby's the best. Kirby is amazing. Oh, crud. I think there's a little bit of input lag because of the screen I'm using, so... We're not even like 10 minutes in and I'm already blaming input lag. This is great. Okay, come here. Come here. There you go. Okay, let's see. Do your parents support your channel? Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude, my parents are amazing. My mom is watching this stream right now, so shout out, Mom. You're amazing. Have you played Celeste? Have I played Celeste? Oh my gosh, dude, Celeste is probably my favorite game to exist within the last few years. It's absolute. Oh gosh, that might be why I didn't have a gold. Celeste is a absolute masterpiece, and I don't talk about games much on my channel, but it's, oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh, I see what I was supposed to do. That's stupid. One day, I want to do a big video on Celeste, because it's a game that I think deserves it. There's so much to say about it. But yeah, whenever I do a secret stream, which isn't actually secret, they're just the streams that I don't announce beforehand, I'm 95% of the time I'm playing Celeste. That game is an absolute masterpiece. Does Gravity Falls need a season 3? Gravity Falls is one of those shows that people want it. Oh my gosh. People want it to come back because it was amazing, but the story itself doesn't actually need continuing. So, does it need a season 3? I don't think so. I think we could use more content, like more shorts or something like that, but the story is effectively over. So, like, I think there's something to be said for a story quitting while it's ahead. I feel like we don't get that enough. So, I love Gravity Falls, and because I love it, I'm kind of okay if it never comes back. We got all we needed. It was basically perfect. Alright. Bill Nye and Bacon Guy. The Clippies are here. Oh my gosh, the Clippy army. What is your 5th favorite Pixar movie? Oh, I think I had a ranked list at some point. Is that? Yeah, there you go. I think I had a ranked list at some point, and I believe 5 was Toy Story 3, I believe? So I'm not going to tell you the other films on that list, but I'll let you guess what those are, but I'm pretty sure Toy Story 3 was number 5. Great movie. Oh my gosh. That just means there's 4 Pixar movies that I thought were a little bit better. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do this. I desperately need that gold. That's the only reason I played this in the first place. Bacon Guy, don't give me a penny. Okay. Have you watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit? No, I have not. Nice. Opinion on Deltarune. This is a question I get a lot. I played the first 2 chapters. I think Deltarune is Undertale if it was less special. And that's a really harsh way of saying it, but I feel like Undertale was a masterpiece. Like, that is one of the greatest games ever devised. And Deltarune, I don't know. I don't like the characters as much. I feel like it does, the combat system. The combat system was one of the main things that I absolutely could not stand. This stage is going to be hard. Because it was just a basic combat system. It was like, I don't know, they took most of the fun out of the Undertale combat system. And instead we just got that. Which, like, a lot of people like it, okay? Don't get me wrong. A lot of people like it. I'm not one of them. I don't think it's that good. But the characters weren't as good. The music is still fantastic. Like, Toby Fox knows how to write songs. Some of the songs in Deltarune are even better than his Undertale ones. But overall, it's Undertale if you took everything I like about Undertale out. You know? It's still a fine game, but it's not Undertale. That is just my opinion, though. That's a punishable offense, I believe, just because that game has some crazy fans. Which I get it. When you like something, you like something. I get it. Have I seen episode 6 of The Amazing Digital Circus? And if so, what do you think? I did watch that. That came out semi-recently. I am very interested to see where it goes. This episode was all about developing Jax's character, and I don't know. I thought it was fascinating. I think they did a good job giving him more to do, you know? It didn't go how you expected it to go. I think everyone was expecting he was going to get that same thing that most of the other characters have had, where they talk to Pomni and suddenly all their problems are fixed. But with Jax, it's like, no, he won't allow any of that to happen. He has to keep being this facade, and I don't know. I find that interesting. My theory was that Ragatha, I believe, was going to be the first one to abstract, but it looks like she's on a better arc now. It's gonna be Jax. That's how this episode ended anyways. It looks like it's gonna be Jax, but I don't know. I'm interested to see where it goes. Give me them jewels. Mr. Bacon Game. Have you seen Epic? Oh my gosh, no. No, I have not seen Epic the Musical. That's one that, I don't know. Everyone keeps telling me I need to watch it, but like, I don't know. I get it. I talk about musicals all the time, and that's one of the big musical things out there. But I don't know. I'm just not that interested. So I don't know. Okay. Sorry if I'm not talking as much on this one. This is. Oh my gosh! How did I do that? I am a master. Okay, I have a second. Have you played One Shot? No, I have not. Have you seen War of the Worlds? What, the new one? No, I've not seen that. I've seen a bunch of reviews. It's supposedly like one of the worst movies of the year or of all time, which is really, really funny. But no, I've not seen that. Oh, there were a bunch of gems underneath. Ah, that was probably the way to go. Ah, well. Favorite Harry Potter movie? The books are better than the movies. That's just the fact. But okay. No! Ah, well. The books are better than the movies. I think number 6 was the worst. But as far as best goes, I think the first 2 are the ones that stick the closest to the tone and story of the books. So they would be probably my favorites. I remember really liking 3, but then I went back and rewatched it, and it was a lot cheesier than I remembered. So, cheesy's not always bad. I like the Percy Jackson movie better than the show, simply because it is way cheesier. But, I don't know. I think Harry Potter 2 and 3 are the best at being Harry Potter movies, if that makes any sense. Or 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Trying not to die. Have you watched You, the Netflix show? I have not. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what's in there, but I'm not getting it now. Have you watched the new Jurassic Park movie? And if so, what are your thoughts on it? I have not seen it. I think the only big new movie that I've seen recently that I have not talked about on the channel was Heads of State. Oh, gosh. That's where they're coming from. Heads of State was pretty good. It was pretty good. Not the best movie I've ever seen, but a good fun time. Get out of there. Underneath. That's where I was supposed to go. Get out of there. Yeah, Heads of State was a fun time. I like that director. He's done a few other things that are pretty good. Oh, I already hit him. Whee! Have I watched The Lion King 1.5? No, I have not. Get out of there, get out of there. Maybe I did. I think I did a long time ago at like a friend's house or something, but I do not remember anything about that movie, so apologies. Okay, I don't think I can scrape a gold out of this, but silver is better than nothing. So we'll take it. Legaspa Bacon Stream? Yes! Yes, it is. Do you know my friend Abstract IQ? He comments a lot and makes videos like yours. Yes, he's tagged me in a few of his videos, and I have seen them. So, more power to the guy. I respect him. Do you know the original Teen Titans? I know of it, but I've not seen it. I've watched a lot more Go than Teen Titans original. So, take that as you will. That's also a punishable offense here and there. Can the gun of the day be the toy shotgun from 60 Seconds? I don't know what that is, so I won't say no to that, but I also don't know what that is, so apologies. One of these down here was really hard. That one I got a gold on. I've not played Fossil Reef? Oh, this one's hard. Okay, let's do it. What are my thoughts on YouTube age verification? Okay, that... Oh, man. Oh my gosh, so many thoughts. First off, this is classic YouTube. You guys know the problems I've had with the Made for Kids thing, where YouTube will see my videos are talking about cartoons and say, okay, we're going to make it so your videos are made for kids, which removes a lot of features and just is generally a worse thing. Even though I said very specifically, hey, can you not do that? They still do that. Instead of actually trying to enforce, I don't know, instead of actually trying to make it so kids are, I don't know, YouTube Kids is so much worse than YouTube. It has so much garbage content on it. And instead of going after that and turning videos that shouldn't be made for kids, or, yeah, instead of turning made for kids videos that shouldn't be made for kids, they're taking videos that are made for everyone and saying, no, this is made for kids now. And that's just, it's garbage. And so when it comes to age verification, it's a similar thing. I see what they're technically trying to do, but like, no, this is not at all the way to do it. You watch someone's content and then you decide, okay, they're probably a kid because of the stuff they're watching, and so we're going to restrict a bunch of features. No? That's, oh my gosh. No! First off, kids should not be on YouTube. They should be on YouTube Kids. If they're watching YouTube at all, I personally, if I had kids, I would not let them watch YouTube in the first place, unsupervised. Like, there's so much garbage on this platform. That is true. But instead of going after the garbage content, they're just trying to, I don't know, do this thing that doesn't even make sense. I've seen a lot of people say that it's just a way to get access to, like, IDs so they can have more info on people. I mean, this is YouTube we're talking about. I think that's entirely possible. Either way, I think it's dumb. I think it's really horrendous. And I also think I will probably be one of the first people affected by it. Do you know how many Disney princess clips I have to watch to make these videos? It's really, really dumb, man. And so just on my other account, they'll probably see me watching all those Disney princess videos and be like, oh, you're probably a kid. We want to see your ID. So I'll update you if that ends up happening. I think it's really bad. It's one of those things where instead of fixing any of the core issues, they're doing it in the worst way possible. So it's a very YouTube move. That's about all I have to say. Should I get this game? Chicken Box, hello. I would say yes. This is one of the greatest games ever made. I mean, if you don't like platformers, if you don't like Kirby games, I mean, maybe not, but also, like, this is an absolute masterpiece. So I would definitely suggest it. This game is phenomenal. No. Okay. Have I watched Dexter's Laboratory? No, I've not seen that. I don't know anything about it. Is that a Nickelodeon show? I think I know the character Dexter, but I've not seen that show, so apologies. Thank God for the gun of the day. Yeah, a lot of people have seen that and been like, oh my gosh, this guy's trying to fight against the YouTube age verification thing. No, I'm fighting against the last thing, man. I'm still in the last war. I've not moved on to this new one yet. No, that's really funny. You're a piece of bacon. An astute observation there, my friend. It's Kirby. Like, is it even a question? Nah, it's Kirby, man. It's Kirby. But this is the best Kirby game. So, yes, you should totally spend all of your money on it. I was looking the other day to see if I could find Mario Kart Wii, because that was a game that I played while I was on vacation. I played that a little bit recently, and I was just like, wow, this is one of the greatest games ever made. I always loved it as a kid, but now, going back to it, it's just like, I like it so much better than Mario Kart 8, man. And Mario Kart 8 is a good game, but it feels too sanitized. It feels too polished. It's not as difficult. Mario Kart Wii is hard, okay? It's hard, and that's one of the reasons why it's amazing. And so I was checking to see if we had it. That's like one of the few Wii games we don't have anymore. So like, I don't know. I might have to buy my own copy of Mario Kart Wii. That game is an absolute masterpiece. Yeah, I thought that'd be something up here. Look at that. Yeah, Mario Kart Wii's the best, man. Mario Kart World. I'm going to talk about that for a minute before answering any other questions. I think Mario Kart World looks phenomenal. Like, from all of the tracks and stuff, I think they did an incredible job building really cool tracks, optimizing it for more people. The graphics are awesome. And then the new mechanics they've added, like being able to jump and, oh, crud. Sorry, had to clutch up to get those for a second. Like, all the stuff they've put into Mario Kart World is amazing. It's just being drowned out by the two biggest and dumbest controversies Nintendo's had in a while. Dumbest not because people think it's dumb, dumbest because why would Nintendo do that? Number one, the $80 price tag is not justified. Like, the only game that I could see justifying $70 for, I guess, because everyone else was doing $70, was Tears of the Kingdom. Like, sure, whatever. It didn't have any DLC. I get that. That's fine. But I don't know. Mario Kart World has no reason to be $80. It's just another Nintendo game. A really good-looking one, but not $80 good. And then, because, like, the content in it, I don't know. I could see people arguing that it's a $50 game for the amount of content in it. It's good, but, like, I don't know. I feel like even other Mario Kart games have had a bit more content. But most of the content comes in the form of those racetracks that aren't actually racetracks, the in-between ones, the intermissions, people call them. Yeah, the fact that Nintendo's forcing intermissions on people, I think, is a really, really dumb move. People just want to play the 3-lap tracks, and with just the 3-lap tracks, I think you could make the argument that this is the most mechanically sound Mario Kart game ever. Like, the 3-lap tracks look amazing, but I don't know, the intermissions just suck all the fun out of the game, so I don't know. Nintendo needs to just let the game be and lower the darn price. And then I think, I don't know. Then I think people would come around and claim it's one of Nintendo's best games ever, because it looks fantastic. I say looks. I've not even played it yet. I got to play a demo somewhere, but I watch Shortcat. He's a Mario Kart YouTuber. Absolutely love that guy. I think he's also streaming right now. So if you ever feel like quitting my stream, he's got one. Oh, no, don't play this. But just watching that game, it looks so fun and well made. So, I don't know. I don't even remember why I went on that tangent. Hey, can you make a long-form video on why you don't like Hotel Transylvania 3? I have a few long-form videos planned currently. That is not... Oh. Really? 1 star. Well, we'll have to try better. That is not one of them. I think I'm going to make a short for that. Maybe the Halloween one, because I did Hotel Transylvania 2 last Halloween. 3 might make sense this one. But, I don't know. It's just not a good movie. I think it's a really, really bad movie, honestly. But I don't think I'll make a long form. But I think at some point, that film does deserve to be talked about. More than I currently have. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is way better than Mario Kart World. Okay. Me personally, I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it has a lot of really good courses. I don't know. I feel like they took a lot of the challenge out and stuff. Like, I mean, you play Mario Kart Wii. That game is hard. Rainbow Road is hard in that game. Maple Treeway is tough. Koopa Cape is tough. Grumble Volcano is tough. Most of the courses that returned in Mario Kart 8, I don't know, they made them way easier. Like, they made the roads wider, or they made, they just changed them, and they lost a lot of their identity. I think Mario Kart 8 it's a good Mario Kart game. I think it is good. But, the other thing I really don't like about it, I don't like the drift mechanics, specifically on, anti-gravity sections. I feel like it just doesn't control well. And so that's another reason why I think Mario Kart Wii and by extension, World looks better because it doesn't have that control scheme. I really don't like the drift controls in those sections specifically. But I don't know. Just my thoughts. Mario Kart 8 is still a fantastic game with a ton of content, but I do think it's not as mechanically good as a lot of other Mario Kart games. But still a fantastic game with tons of stuff in it, so it deserves a lot of respect for that. What's the best theater experience you've ever had? I think my answer is a bit basic, but also, like, it is the correct answer. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. We went into that for my brother's birthday. He has a birthday in January, which means, like, often... Oh, gosh, no. Gosh, no. That's why! That's why I only have a bronze on this stage, because I remember the pits now. I remember. You can't jump on those, I don't think. Oh. Yeah, my brother has a birthday in January, and there's usually not good movies in theaters during January. But we heard that Puss in Boots was good from a bunch of friends, and we were like, okay, we'll try it. That movie was not good, my friends. That movie is possibly the best movie of the last 5 years. Genuinely. It is an absolute masterpiece. I rewatched it like a week or so ago, and it absolutely holds up. It's... Dude, they knew what they were doing with that one. And so just the shock of watching it in theaters with death and all the other stuff that made its way into that film, it's crazy that movie exists, and it is as well made as it is. So that is probably the most surprised I've ever been by a movie in theaters. I also saw Spider-Verse 1 and 2 in theaters. Those were beautiful experiences. But that's probably my favorite theater experience. I did not get to watch Avengers Endgame in theaters. Wish I had. I feel like that would have made the film a lot better. Yeah, I don't know how to get up there. That's all good. Okay. Can Moana 3 save the franchise? Moana 1 is not my favorite movie. There's a lot of problems I have with that film, but at the end of the day, it's still a competently made film, even if I don't like everything about it. Moana 2 is a horribly made piece of garbage. And so, no, I don't think Moana 3 has much of a shot if it's going to be as poorly made, you know? Like, at least that one won't be a, it won't start off as a TV show and then turn into a movie because they need a win. But, I don't know. Moana 2 just wasn't interesting. It didn't push the story in any interesting direction. So I don't see how the next one could be better if this one didn't set up anything better, you know? So, there will be a Moana 3. That much is obvious. But will it be good? I don't think so. We'll see, though. You guys know me. I'm always a skeptic, so... There's technically still a chance. I just don't think that chance is very high. Alright, let me stand in the hut for a second. My brother says you're super dumb for playing such a dumb game. Well, this game is absolutely peak, so... Your brother might just need better taste. But those are just my thoughts. Nah, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I think this game is absolutely peak. Like, this thing is a masterpiece. That's what I'm supposed to do, and now I can't even do it. Well... What's a movie you watched when you're a kid, but you don't like now? Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. Like, as a kid, I thought it was pretty okay, but then going back to it now, it's just not very well made, you know? It's not that interesting of a film. The characters, they kind of ruin. The plot's not that great. I don't know, it's just not up to the level of the GOAT that is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 1. That film is just fantastic. Alright, we're at silver. We're at silver. We can make it gold. Just gotta not fall off. Have I watched Lion King 1.5? I already answered that question. No, I have not. I actually, again, I feel like I watched it as a kid, but I don't remember it. So, basically, I've not watched it. There's a few movies I did watch as a kid, but, like, I don't know. It's been so long that rewatching them now would be like watching a new movie, you know? And that's one of them. I remember watching it, but I don't remember literally anything about it. Idaho guy, hello, hello. What's your go-to Subway order? Okay, that's an interesting question. I've only been to Subway like once or twice. I went to Subway in England, which was actually a fascinating experience. That was the first time I'd ever had Subway, and it was really, really good. And then I come to an American Subway back home, and it was not near as good, man. Like, listen, I am an American patriot as much as I can be, but our Subway just was not near as good as Britain. They may drink tea, but... Oh, gosh no, gosh no. Oh, are you joking? Are you joking? We're not getting gold this time, guys. There you go. This could help, but can't help that much. Okay. I like, when it comes to a sub place, I like getting the Italian. And so I did have Subway, American Subway's Italian, and it was fine. It was overly expensive for what it was, but if I went back to Subway, I'd probably still get the Italian. Like, Italians are just amazing. Oh, let me see. What is your favorite show of all time? I'd probably put Gravity Falls on there. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Gravity Falls is just the best written one. It is fantastic. And again, the fact that it ended so well is just unheard of today. So, props to Alex Hirsch. He crafted up a banger. Alright. As an opinion-oriented YouTuber, do you find it hard not to be defensive? Okay, I thought that said offensive. That is an interesting question. Yeah, it is hard to get defensive sometimes, because you put a video out there and you're just like, yeah, this is what I think. And then 95% of the comments are just, oh my gosh, this guy's an idiot. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. It's just like, oh, but that's what I thought. And a lot of the time people have a really good point, or they bring up a thing I hadn't thought of or something. So a lot of the time, like, I'll make a video and people, at the end of the day, they're right, you know? And I could have made a better video. But yeah, there are certain times where I put out a video and I'm just like, yeah, I didn't think this was good. And all the comments are just like, oh, dude doesn't know what he's talking about. That's such a good movie. And yeah, it is a little hard to not get defensive sometimes, because it's like, yeah. The best example, Thunderbolts. I did not like Thunderbolts. I have been very upfront about the fact that I did not like Thunderbolts. It was not a very good movie, in my opinion. And yet, most of the commenters were just like, wow, bro doesn't know what he's talking about. This was the best movie ever. And it's like, no, it wasn't. And so really what you have to do, certain times, 2-star, I'm not doing that. There are going to be times where it does make sense to defend yourself and put out a video just being like, hey, I did not explain myself properly. Let me try this again to show you what I think. And then there's other times where, like Thunderbolts, you're not going to be able to convince people, so it's not worth trying, you know? And so you just put your video out there. Not everyone's going to agree with it, and you just got to be okay with that. Oh, I do have to beat King DDD. Yep, I have to beat him and get the special patches. I remember now. Yeah, this one's hard. So, I don't know. It can be hard to not get defensive, but at the end of the day, I just have to remind myself what I say at the end of every video. Those are just my thoughts, and a lot of the time these people are just telling me theirs in the comments. And I don't know. At the end of the day, it's just my opinion. I understand, like a hot take, I don't like Spider-Verse 2 at all. That's a hot take, but that's also completely valid. If you don't like a movie, you don't need to pretend you do just because everyone else does. I love that movie, though. Hey, Liam Max, 99 cents. Thank you so much, Liam. Do you read classic literature? That's an interesting question. I did read a lot of it a while ago. Like, I've read Frankenstein. I've read, Portrait of Dorian Gray. Books like that. So, I have read a lot of them, but I won't say I do it often as, like, a hobby. I can't say I read classic literature all the time. What do you think about Splatoon? It's fine. It's fine. It's not my favorite. Nice. It's fine. It's a well enough made game that I think is good if it's like your first shooter. Oh, gosh. But, I don't know. It's one of those things that I feel like I grew out of, but that doesn't mean that it's a bad game. It is a competently made game. I just don't think it's... I don't know. I don't enjoy playing that one as much as I do others. Haha. Okay. Please die. Thank you. Oh, crud. Have I seen Book of Bill? Yeah, I got that book for one of my friends for Christmas, and I read through it once, because I didn't want to buy it for myself, because, like, I knew I wasn't gonna read it more than once. But I did buy it for a friend, and I was able to read it that way. And yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I think it was... Again, I don't want more Gravity Falls, but more Gravity Falls content like that? Yeah, it's good. I quite enjoyed it. Okay, now I just gotta not die. Have I seen Godzilla in 1998? No, I have not. Congratulations on hitting 300,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Oh, gosh. I had it in the bag. Had it in the bag, folks. Get the thing. Okay. Bad Guys 2 was trash. Diane was too OP. I think that's valid. I thought she was a lot more OP in the first movie. Which, that was kind of one of my complaints about the first movie. I thought she was... I don't know. I didn't like her that much. But the second movie, I thought, did a good job bringing them down to the bad guys level. But, man. That might be a hot take. Okay. We did it, folks! Book of Bill is goated? Yeah, that's what I thought. What's the Bacon Guy quote, without counting the outro? I mean, those are just my thoughts. Tell me yours in the comments. I feel like that's the thing that I'm known for. Or that's the statement that I say all the time. But as far as, like... there's certain things I feel like I'm known for at this point. Like Disney princesses, always having a video on Disney princesses. I still have a few more of those, by the way. So if they're... that's a topic you can always squeeze more out of. And I feel like that's the joke at this point. How many more of those can I make? That's a good one. But that's not a quote. I don't know. There's some moments in my Wish long form or my Moana long form where I start screaming, and I think those moments are kind of funny. But not as many people have seen those as just watch my normal shorts, so I really don't know. I've got certain things like the gun of the day and stuff like that that people know me for, but I don't think I have a specific Bacon Guy quote other than just, those are just my thoughts. Tell me yours in the comments. Interesting question. I really preferred Lego Movie 2 to 1. See, that is another hot take. I personally completely disagree with you, but that doesn't mean your opinion is wrong. Your opinion is entirely valid. Let me see. What are your thoughts on the limited theatrical release of K-pop Demon Hunters next week as someone who hasn't watched it yet? I think that's fantastic. I think it's proof that this is a movie Hollywood made that people want to watch. I am not one of them. But it is obvious people do, because guess what? Before I get in the magic hole that'll turn me into something, K-pop Demon Hunters is the third or fourth most watched Netflix thing of all time. Movie or show. It has been watched more times than Stranger Things Season 4. It has been watched more time than Bird Box or any of those other Netflix things. The only things that have beaten it, I believe, there may have been one season of Wednesday, but I know Squid Games and Red Notice, which is a movie I personally haven't watched, but I've heard about. Those are the only things that have gotten more views than K-pop Demon Hunters. Everything else you can think of that Netflix has made has gotten less views. That's insane. It's gotten like 280 million views or something. That's just wild. And so, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I'm glad to see it go to theaters. I hope it does well. I genuinely like your long forms more than your shorts. Honestly, yeah, I really love making those. And I've got a few more I'm working on. Oh, that's what level we're on. I love making those, and I'm going to be making more in the future. But they take a lot longer to make. So, again, it'll probably be a while. They're a lot longer to make, but they're also a bit more fun. So, have I seen Invader Zim? No, I have not. That's Nickelodeon, I believe? About an alien? I don't know. That's one of those things that I've seen things about, but not seen, you know? There's a lot of cartoon shows that other people have watched that I have not. Oh, crud. Invader Zim is sadly one of those. What are your 3 favorite old Pixar movies? It depends on what you're talking about as old Pixar, because technically, you could count, oh, crud. Coco is older than a lot of other Pixar movies now, but it's not exactly old Pixar. I think you've got a few different eras. You've got everything pre-Cars is pretty old. Everything pre-Toy Story 3 could count as old Pixar. And then everything before Onward could count as another era of Pixar. But I'm guessing you're talking about pre-Cars. And I would say Incredibles. That movie is just fantastic. I was watching Cartoonshi. Oh, crud. He put out a video on Incredibles recently that I thought was really, really good. I did not do well this one. I gotta go, but congrats on 300K. Have a good day. Thank you so much. You have a good day, too. Favorite Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon show? I don't know. I mean, this is a hot take, but I really, really enjoy Teen Titans Go. It's the dumbest show ever made, but that's also why it's kind of funny, you know? And I don't watch much Nickelodeon. Again, that's one of the reasons I talk so much about Disney. I just don't watch as much of the other stuff. Also, about bad guys, Wolf lost all of his aura. Really? Really? I don't know. I thought Wolf was pretty good in that movie. Again, I liked the bad guys too better than number one. I thought number one falls off pretty hard in the last 20 to 30 minutes. Whereas the bad guys 2 never has that fall off moment. I don't know if it reaches the same... No, I think it does reach the same heights as a lot of the first movie. There's a scene with a wedding that is really, really good, comes out of nowhere, and was not really shown much in the trailers. And I thought that was a really good scene. So, I don't know. Pretty fun movie. I understand if people don't like that one as much, but I think it was a good time. Oh, this one's hard. Pretty sure. Are you for or against Cars 2? I don't like it. I don't think it's a good Cars movie. I can see why people would like it, because it takes risks other animated films won't. But I don't think it's that good of a film. But I understand a lot of people do like that one. So if you are a Cars 2 fan, you go ahead. No worries from me. Oh, wait, I need that. No, come here, come here. Underrated and overrated Disney movies. Underrated, I'd put Robin Hood up there. I absolutely love that film. Overrated, though. Frozen's pretty overrated, but I've rewatched that one recently, and, like, it's not as bad as I remembered it being as a kid. I would put... Moana would have to be up there, honestly. Again, Moana's not a bad movie. I just don't think it's as good as people made it out to be. Like, it was a bigger deal than Tangled, which it should not be the case in any world. Tangled is just the best Disney movie ever made. So, I don't know. Just my thoughts. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Don't kill me. That's my job. Let me see. I love Cars 2. It has so much Mater. Yes, but I also don't like Mater in that movie. It does have more of him, but I don't know. Not a fan. Have I seen Over the Hedge? I've not. I've not. That's another one on my list of films that I need to watch. Again, I'm working my way through most of the movies made by the bigger animation companies. And, oh gosh. Just recently did Wish Dragon. I'll probably be doing more films soon. Don't know what'll be up next, but we'll see. I'll find something fun. Oh, gosh. Okay, this level's not so hard so far, but I feel like now that I've said that, it's gonna get hard. But Over the Hedge is on the list as something I need to watch at some point. Who would win, Superman or Kirby? I don't know, because Superman, it's hard to damage him, but Kirby can eat anything. So it really comes down to, could Kirby damage Superman? Yeah, like, could Kirby swallow Superman? If that's something that Superman is immune to, then no, Superman wins that. But if Kirby can swallow Superman, then yes, I think Kirby is just the automatic winner there. But I don't know. Have you watched The Rookie? And if not, you should. I have not seen that. I have not seen that. There's a lot of things that people have seen that I have not seen, so apologies. Again, I know I'm like the animation movie YouTuber guy, but ow! There's a lot of things that I just have not seen. It's kind of disappointing. That's why I'm trying to work through a lot of them. You gonna review the Disney Fairies movies? Probably not. That is very low on my list. So if I keep doing this channel for like 5 or 6 more years, then maybe I would get to that at some point. That's possible, but it is not currently on the plan just because, like, I don't know, I have less than 0 interest in that. But eventually, you gotta have more content, you know? And so, I could see a day where, someday, that is what I would need to do. But as you can tell, I'm not super hyped about that idea. Favorite Marvel movie? Probably Infinity War. That's another reason why Endgame is kind of annoying in my books, just because Infinity War was everything good about Marvel. And then, Infinity War Endgame just did not deliver. Do you like older Disney films like The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes? If we're talking animated, there are some good ones. But if we're talking films like that one, I've not seen that one, so could not tell you. With that one particularly, my mom said it was really boring. Does that mean it's really boring? I don't know. But I don't know. Did not grow up with it. I did see, like, I remember Bedknobs and Broomsticks. That one was okay. Mary Poppins. Grew up with that one as a kid. There were a few others. Can't remember them off the top of my head. Okay, trying not to die here. Now... Oh, that broke it. Hey, thanks. Nice. You can just die, please. So if this game was the winner of the poll, what would have been the second option? I believe Hollow Knight had the second most votes. Because other than that, you had Breath of the Wild and Portal 2, which people did not really vote for those much. So I think it was Hollow Knight. But it was not close. Like, Kirby won by a long shot. Which may have just been because that was the one that I gave the funniest, I don't know, it had the funniest name in the poll, and it's the one people are familiar with. But, I don't know. Will I do something different for the next one? I don't know. Possibly. Probably not. It depends. How much more is there to do in this game? There's still more to do, as evidenced by me playing this level, so... I don't know. Does it... Hollow Knight, I think, would be difficult, just because that's a harder game to play and talk to at the same time. Oh, I missed that. Whoops. I have been playing Hollow Knight recently. It is a difficult game. But, I don't know. That would be kind of fun. Okay. There you go. Have you watched The Amazing Digital Circus or other indie animation? I talked about The Amazing Digital Circus near the beginning of this stream. That's the only one I've seen. I've got some problems with it. I do think it is overrated for what it is, but I also think that it's pretty well made, and so I give them congrats for that. How much longer will you keep making daily videos? That's a really good question. As long as 2 requirements are met. As long as I can keep coming up with good ideas for every day, and, oh, I did both of the things in here, yeah. As long as I keep having good ideas, because there's no point in doing it if, like, all of my videos are just garbage every day. As long as I don't get burnt out, and, what was the other one? Oh yeah, as long as I still have time to do it. Because there could come a point where I just don't have the in real life time to make videos the way that I've been doing them. So, I will say this now. I don't think daily videos will continue forever. I don't think there's any way they can continue forever. But I think they'll probably be continuing for at least another good while. Because I am not out of ideas yet. As much as some of the videos... Future City? Wow, that's disappointing. As much as some of the videos may seem like I'm running out of ideas, not quite. You'll know when I run out of ideas. Oh, this one's hard. Okay. But as long as there is content to make, I will be doing daily videos. And I have time and all that other stuff. Have your parents ever given you ideas for shorts? Yes, both of them have. And usually at the end of the short or in the pinned comment, because I don't have the end of the short anymore because there's a gun there. Usually if somebody suggested it to me, that's where I will say that it was a suggested thing. So yeah, there's a few. There's a few. You could probably go back through a few of my videos and notice, hey, this short was suggested by this person. Sometimes my mom and sometimes my dad. And my brothers. They suggest things here and there too. Let me see. Have I seen Fantastic Beasts? And if so, what do I think? I was in the hospital one time. Not gonna go into why I was in the hospital, but I was in the hospital one time a while ago. And, didn't have much to do, so I just kind of, like, saw what was on the channels. And that is where I watched Fantastic Beasts. In the hospital. And I didn't like it very much. Like, as a Harry Potter fan, it didn't feel like Harry Potter. It felt like a weird Harry Potter fan fiction. It kind of felt like a lot of these new streaming shows that we're getting that say, this is Rings of Power. It's Lord of the Rings, we promise. But, like, it's not really. It's not. It doesn't have a lot of the stuff that people like about Lord of the Rings. And so that's what this felt like. It was like, let's coast on the name of Harry Potter with a story that's not really Harry Potter. I've seen people suggest, like, they could have done things about the first wizard battle or whatever. Or the first wizard war back when Voldemort was wreaking havoc and everything. I think that would have been more interesting than Fantastic Beasts. Or about the Marauders. Like, there's so many ideas they could have gone with, but they went with this? I don't know. Not a huge fan. I've not seen the second one. I think they started that one directly after we're in the hospital, and I just did not care enough. I just did not care enough. Don't kill me. Let me see. Have you played Marvel Rivals? I've tried it. It's not really my thing. It feels like Overwatch, and I like Apex Legends. I don't like Overwatch as much. So, I can respect that it's a well-made game and also not really be interested in playing it that much. Favorite Toby Fox song? Ooh. A lot of the Deltarune ones are really, really good. I think A Cyber World or A Cyber's World, that's a really good one. I'm a huge fan of Field of Hopes and Dreams, I believe. That's a really good one. Core, absolutely love Core. Most of the boss music from Undertale is fantastic. And the new one, I've not played the new chapters, but there was a song in it, TV Time or something. That was a really good one. This section's about to be really hard. Let me see. Greatest movie of all time is Teen Titans Go. Cool. Probably disagree with you on that, but cool. Cool. Glad you like it. Man. I have much talent. Okay, you can kill those, so we're good. Oh, that's where they're gonna hide the disc, huh? I mean, good news, this is not a very good song. But I still got it! My aim is getting better! Okay. Have I seen Unstable Universe? I have not seen that. I apologize. Thoughts on Freakier Friday? Listen, I think we can sit here and argue all day about whether or not K-pop Demon Hunters should have gone to, theaters instead of streaming. I think it's a pretty easy thing to say that, Freakier Friday should have gone to streaming. It should not have been a theater movie. It doesn't look theater-worthy. Does that mean it's necessarily bad? I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look worth my time. It looks like Disenchanted. Just like, hey, let's get a bunch of actors back for a story that probably doesn't need to be told. I could have had gold. So, I don't know. I will not be seeing it. I will not be reviewing it. It just does not interest me. As far as movies that are coming out this year that I will review, I've reviewed most of them. The Bad Guys 2 was near the bottom of my list. Zootopia is on that list. I don't think I'll review Tron. I might see it. I might not. That one's kind of in the Fantastic Four place where it's like, if I have the right opportunity, I might see it, but I'm not gonna, like, be mad if I miss that one in theaters. Because I also don't think that video would do very well. And I'm not the biggest fan of the other Tron movies, so I would probably be more critical of the movie than a lot of other people. And so, I don't know, when not many people watch your short and the people who do are the diehard fans of that series and you're a bit more critical, I don't know, it gets less views and people hate you for saying it. So it's just like, I don't know. We'll see about Tron. We'll see. I'm already expecting to dislike it, but I expect to dislike every movie. That doesn't mean every movie is actually bad. FNAF 2 does exist. I was not the biggest fan of the first one, but I might see the second one, and then Zootopia. Not gonna see Avatar. I've not even seen the other two Avatar movies. I could not care. What do you feel about Cars 3? I think Cars 3 is pretty good. I think it's pretty good. It's not fantastic. It's not a masterpiece, but it is a good sequel. Of all of Pixar's sequels, I'd put it probably around like Inside Out 2 level of like, yeah, you didn't need to make it, but I'm glad you did, because it's pretty fun, you know? It's a pretty decent film. Nah. You can tell that they just wanted to make a Cars film after making Cars 2, which you can like Cars 2, but I think Cars 2 is not a Cars film, you know? It's not. It doesn't have anything in common with the first movie. It's just very much its own thing, which is fine. It's just not a Cars film. And so Cars 3, it was like they kind of went back to what people liked about the original Cars. And no, it's not as good. It's hard to make a movie as good as the original Cars. But yeah, good movie. Cars 4, I think people keep talking about happening. Yeah, it's possible. It's one of those that's like not necessary, but I feel like Pixar will think it's necessary because they need money. I could see them making a Cars 4. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I don't really know where you go with it though. Lightning McQueen retired. Like what else do you do with it? I don't think Cruz was her name, I believe. I don't think she's an interesting enough character to carry the universe. She was fine in Cars 3, but I don't know. She's not, I don't know, not good enough to be the main character of a Cars film, so we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing. Ah. Oh, that was close. Best to worst, how do you rank every Hotel Transylvania movie? The only good one, in my opinion, is number 2. I didn't like 1 very much. I thought it was a pretty poorly made movie, but I feel like that's one I need to rewatch. Because a lot of people do swear it's just a fantastic film. Oh, gosh. Hotel Transylvania 2 is absolutely amazing. Like, that's easily the best one. And then, Hotel Transylvania 3 is the worst one. 4, I would put... Is it better than 2? I mean, is it better than 1? I don't know. 1 and 4 might be on par. I don't like either of them very much. So, yeah. 3 at the bottom. 4 and 2... 4 and 1 in the middle somewhere. And then 2 very definitively at the top. A fantastic movie from beginning to end. Except the end is actually pretty bad. So, I guess it's not... It could be better. Who's your main in Smash Bros? I am a King DDD, man. Absolutely love that guy. Sorry, it's a boss fight. Thoughts on the Bad Batch? The Clone Wars is one of the best things that I feel like Star Wars has ever gotten. Like, it's fantastic. And the Bad Batch is not as good. I thought it was kind of like Rebels in that it had good characters and good things about it, but just was not on par or as serious as the Clone Wars. Like, the Clone Wars is a really serious show, man. And so it felt a bit more babified. Ah, crud, I'm dead. Oh, nice. It was not bad. There's a lot of Star Wars content that I will point to and be like, yes, this was definitively bad. The Bad Batch is not one of them, but it's not something I enjoyed very much, and it's not something I finished or ever feel like I need to finish. Who's your least favorite Muppet and why? Oh, least favorite Muppet. Are there any Muppets I just definitively don't like? There's one of the band members of the Electric Mayhem, I think. I guess not one of them. None of those characters are that great in my opinion, but I also don't have anything against them, so I wouldn't say I hate them. They're just kind of the Muppets that are there, but not that important. I like Gonzo, I like Kermit, Miss Piggy's funny. I don't know, that's just a good cast of characters. I don't know if there's any one Muppet that sticks out as, oh yeah, this guy's horrible. It would be so much better without this person. I don't know, the Muppets are a pretty well-made group. Gonzo especially, I love Gonzo. If I had to pick a favorite, Gonzo would probably be up there. Ralph the dog is also absolutely amazing. What movie deserves a sequel but probably won't get one? Transformers 1. That one will always be heralded as a film that deserved better than it got. The Bad Guys 2. I think that movie totally deserves a sequel. I would be pretty surprised if we ended up getting one, you know? Like, that would be awesome, but I don't know. Unlikely, I feel. It's probably a better answer, but both of those are films that I think deserve sequels that probably won't get them. Okay, I got a bronze over here. I can do better than bronze. Maybe not, though. I remember this level being really hard. So, those are good examples. Hot take, Captain Marvel is good. I don't think Captain Marvel... I don't know if you're talking about the movie or the character. I've never liked the character. But I think the original Captain Marvel film, the one time I saw it, was fine. I had nothing really against it. I do think it is one of the worst Marvel films pre-Endgame, but only because the pre-Endgame Marvel movies were all pretty great. Like, Iron Man 2, Thor 2... Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do. Iron Man 2, Thor 2, Ant-Man 2, I'm not a fan of that movie, and Captain Marvel would all be probably my least favorite films from that phase of pre-Endgame. But none of them are bad movies. And Hulk doesn't really count, let's be real. Like, it does, but it also doesn't. And I don't think any of those are definitively bad Marvel films. It's not until you get into the later movies. I never saw Eternals. I heard bad things about that one. Doctor Strange 2 is really bad. There's a lot of Marvel films that I think are definitively bad, but I don't think we got any of those before Endgame. And Endgame is not a movie that I think is definitively bad. I just think for such a giant series, it deserved a better ending than Endgame. That's really all I try to say whenever I say that I dislike Avengers Endgame. It just could have been a much better film. Ah, crud. We deserved better for the event it was, you know? It's not withstood the test of time very well. But yeah, Captain Marvel, I remember being an aggressively fine movie. It was okay. Had no real problems with it, but I also did not think it was that great, you know? I definitely think it would not have made $1 billion if it wasn't the movie before Avengers Endgame, but it was, and so it did. It still would have done well. Like, it was not going to be a failure. The Marvels is a much worse movie than Captain Marvel. But again, I've only seen Captain Marvel once. It's like Shang-Chi, that I just have not seen it enough to have a definitive opinion of this is what I think of this Marvel film, you know? I thought Shang-Chi was pretty good, by the way. Not a 10 out of 10 Marvel film, but it was one of the first I ever saw in theaters, and a good time, you know? Quite enjoyed it. Do you have a Letterboxd? No. I'm kind of boring. I don't see... Oh, I see what I was supposed to do there. I don't see the point in a Letterboxd. Like, I put all of my movie reviews on my channel, and so, I don't know. I don't really see a point in just writing all of my thoughts down for something other than YouTube. I am a huge film nerd and critic, and I will talk a lot about movies and stuff, even outside of my YouTube videos, but, like, I don't know. It reaches a point where it consumes too much of your life, and I don't think I'm at that point because I can justify a lot of the film stuff I do as, this is what I do for a job right now, or I have this because of my channel. I would not be watching as many movies as I currently am in theaters if it wasn't for this channel. But because I need to make reviews and stuff, I get the opportunity to go to movies more, which is awesome. So thanks, guys. That's pretty great. Can I hit both? Strategy. I see what I'm supposed to do. Get in from the other side. Okay. Battery Acid Guy here. Thank you for telling me to get help last stream. I hired a licensed therapist. Hey, good on you, man. Battery acid is probably not the best thing you could be putting in your body, so I would definitely suggest against it. I'm an idiot. Supposed to get in from the other side. Nice. Will you see Predator Badlands? I'm not currently planning on seeing that movie. It's one of those that I might watch, like Alien Romulus. I might watch it on streaming once it's out, but I don't think it makes sense to make a video on it. Oh, gosh. And the film does not look good enough to justify paying money for it if I'm not, oh gosh, if I'm not reviewing it. So, probably not. Alien Romulus, by the way, was just a fantastic movie. I would definitely suggest it if you like horror or Alien or anything like that. Good movie. Is he gonna follow me all the way? Yeah! Oh my gosh, look at that. Who is your favorite author, if you have one? I think the Harry Potter series is the best written book series of all time, but I feel like J.K. Rowling is one of those people that probably needs to stay off Twitter. There's a lot of people where it's like, you've done pretty great things, but we don't need to hear your thoughts on literally everything. Her books, though, are amazing. But a lot of her other stuff after Harry Potter just is not as good. Like, I did read The Ichabod. I thought that was a pretty okay book. Not fantastic, but it was fine. Tolkien would be up there, but I don't like reading his books. I just like his stories, you know? Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do here. Might as well get the star. There's a guy I read when I was a kid, James Riley, I believe. He did, like, Story Thieves. That was pretty good. But I don't think I'd put him as my favorite author. I genuinely don't know. Let me see. Favorite Amazing Digital Circus character. Kinger and Kane are both amazing. Kane's just funny, man. Oh, I gotta grab that before it disappears, probably. Sorry if I keep pausing. I have to drink water just so I can keep talking. It's a decent thing I would suggest to anyone who wants to keep their vocals if they're gonna be talking for 2 hours or so. Let me see. Have you seen 28 Years Later? No, I have not. That's one I heard good things about, but I've not seen. It's like Predator Badlands, where I'll probably see that once it's out on streaming, but I don't see a world where I end up going to theaters to watch that, you know? Die, thank you. Much obliged. I think I can get down from here. Yeah. Oh my gosh, no. You grabbed the wrong guy. Come on, now I'm gonna have to go all the way back and redo that. Ah, well. Have I seen Impractical Jokers? Yes, I have. They are wrong, but a lot of the stuff they do is really funny. I understand if they're not everyone's cup of tea. They're definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but I think a lot of the stuff they do is really, really funny. 2D, 3D, or stop motion? I think it absolutely just depends on the movie, you know? There's some movies where I think stop motion works super well. Oh, I'm supposed to jump on his head. Oh. There's some movies where I think 3D is the way to go. Like, I am glad Tangled was not 2D animated. I am glad that Beauty and the Beast was not 3D animated. Arthur's Christmas, that was a movie made by the people who do Shaun the Sheep, so like they usually do claymation. That's a movie that I'm glad was CG. Like, it looks really good with CG animation. So I am not mad at all that it wasn't stop motion. I don't feel like we were robbed. Okay, I just gotta time this right. I don't know. It really just depends on the movie. I don't know if there's any movies that I think would have been better if they had a different art style. Technically Wish. People really wanted a 2D animated Wish, and I get it, but also that movie had so many flaws that I don't think the art style would have saved it. Doesn't mean that getting a 2D art style would have been... No, actually, on second thought, I think getting a 2D art style for Wish would have been the worst thing that could have happened to 2D movies, because that was one of the worst movies Disney's ever made. And so if that's their big 2D comeback, I think, and people hated it so much, I think they would have just been like, okay, well, you guys don't get good things. No 2D movies ever again. So listen, there will be a day where Disney goes back to 2D. It might not be any time in the next 20 years, but it will happen. And so we just gotta wait it out and to see when that happens, you know? Okay. Do you like horror movies? I don't watch many of them. I thought Alien Romulus was really good. Don't kill me. Thank you. Opinion on when in Avengers Doomsday, Dr. Doom said, I am Doom. I mean, that's going to be the chicken jockey scene all over again. I can't wait until he says, it's Doomin' time and Doom's all over the place. That's going to be the best part. Dude, that movie, that movie's going to be an absolute train wreck, man. Oh, crud. Oh, that was close. Okay, let's see. Nope, please, please, no. Oh, nice. Oh, I had the gold! I had the gold! No! I'm not replaying this level. I will just live in shame forevermore. Ah, and the end is right there, isn't it? Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. We settle for silver. Better than what we had. Will you watch Alien Earth? Probably not. Maybe, we'll see. Win or lose or Dream Productions? Win or lose every day, man. Dream Productions was fine, but like, Win or Lose was genuinely a fantastic Pixar project, so yeah, huge fan. Will you watch the new Looney Tunes movie? Please, please, please. Maybe. That would make sense to do a short on that sometime. What do you think of the new AI age verification YouTube thing? I kind of talked about it earlier. It's very YouTube and it's very stupid. There's a million better ways they could be doing this, and I'm not a fan. Pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Are you are you just singing that whole song in the comment section? It's based. I respect it. Have you read Crime and Punishment? And if not, would you? I've not read it, and I have no idea what it is, so I can't really tell you whether I would or not. Alright. Have I seen Indie Cross? No, I have not. What makes Nope better than Wish? I don't know. I think Wish is about the most fundamentally flawed movie I've ever seen, whereas Nope was just one of the most aggravating movies I've ever seen. And so I feel like there is a good version of Nope out there somewhere with better writing, but Wish you would need to go back down to the absolute core and fix from the bottom up. So I think fixing Wish would be harder than fixing Nope. So there you go. I've only given 2 1 out of 10s in my life, and that would be for Wish and Strange World, both of which are some of the worst movies ever made. I will die on that hill. They're horrible. Remember when I exposed you, Bacon Guy? I do not, the Penny Guy. I don't remember that at all. Okay, what are your 3 favorite indie games? Minecraft doesn't count as indie anymore, does it? I think Hollow Knight is fantastic. I don't know if that'd be one of my 3 favorites. Celeste definitely would be. Plants vs. Zombies, yeah, that was an indie game when it came out, so that would definitely be up there. Hollow Knight or Shovel Knight? I don't know, but it'd be one of those 2. So, yeah, all pretty great, honestly. Ow, don't do that to me. Oh, I needed... I need something to throw at that, so give me a second. Will you hate Disney's 100-year anniversary? It already happened, and we got Wish, so, yes. Definitively yes to that. Let me see. What do you think is the most underrated animation company? That's an interesting question, because I feel like DreamWorks and Sony get a lot of love right now. For valid reasons. They're making pretty good movies. Some not great, but some pretty great. Disney and Pixar, I think, are in a spot where people are making... I don't know, people really don't like them, and I think that's for valid reasons. So I wouldn't call either of them underrated right now. So that really just leaves... What? Blue Sky's dead. Netflix, right? I would put Netflix on there. A lot of their movies really are just Sony films or DreamWorks movies. Like, other people made them. But a lot of them are just Netflix made. Like Thelma the Unicorn. And so I would put them as the most underrated. I think they are... I don't know. They're consistently pumping up pretty okay movies. And they're not getting as much credit as a lot of the other people out there. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's really the answer you're hoping for. But that's the answer I got. Heh. Die. What do you think about Marvel Rivals? I don't know. I've tried it. Not the biggest fan of Marvel Rivals. Paramount Animation. They just made Smurfs. I think they deserve all the hate they can get for that movie. It was not a good film. I will say, I don't know if they did Transformers 1. If they did both Transformers 1 and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, I do think that Paramount is a good answer. But if they didn't, Smurfs, man. It's hard to get over Smurfs. Rihanna is Smurfette. Alright. Bacon Guy, I'm a huge fan. Dude, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Geometry Dash. Haven't played it. Do you like FNAF? No. No, I don't. What is the goal of Kirby's Epic Yarn? Beat the evil guy. He's pretty bad. Have I broken any bones? No, I have not. And I am so thankful for it. I've had some friends break bones, and I've heard their horror stories, and it's like, yeah, no thanks. No thanks. I've also never been, like, involved in sports and stuff. I feel like if I was really into, like, football and stuff, I would be... Yeah, I would have broken something by now. But... No, I'm not yet, and it's really kind of nice. Let me see. Is Smurfs worse than Wish? No. Wish is so much worse than Smurfs in basically every single way. Or, yeah, Wish is so much worse than Smurfs. Yeah, I stand by that. It's horrible, man. And Smurfs is bad, but a lot of Smurfs wasn't as bad as I wanted. It was just aggressively mid. It could have been so much worse than it was. I went hoping it was going to be one of the worst movies of the year, and technically it still was, but, like, I thought the new Captain America movie was worse. I thought... Nah, Thunderbolts was better. There have been a lot of movies this year that I thought were worse than Smurfs. And so, yeah, just an all-around bad movie, but could have been worse. I love your videos. Thank you so much. When is the tier list? Oh my gosh. Okay. So there's this one dude, you, I guess, who keeps asking for a Gun of the Day long-form tier list. I have told you before, I'm telling you again, there's no reason for me to make it. I'm not going to make it. I may do another Gun of the Day tier list as, like, a short on next July 4th. I thought that was a good 4th of July video idea. But, like, I don't know. I'm not interested enough in guns to make a long-form video, and I don't know. I feel like that should be reserved for big videos like the Wish video or the Moana video, but not a Gun of the Day tier list. So, no. It's not happening, man. I don't know how to convince you to stop asking for it, because it will not be coming. I hate to crush your dreams, but some dreams deserve crushing. That one is not happening. Okay. Oh, yeah, we got more stuff down here. Do you think indie games the future of gaming? Yes and no. Indie games will never be able to compete with the budget of... Oh, hello there. Oh, man. Indie games will never be able to compete with the budget of bigger games, and so, like, you'll never see Battlefield 6 made by an indie company. Like, that's just a fact. But indie games, I think, are where a lot of the creativity comes from. And so, while I don't think the future of the gaming industry is just indie games, they have their place, and I think a lot of the creativity does come from indie. So, yeah. Indie games are pretty cool. What states have you been to? I've been to a good few. I actually am not going to answer that question just because I don't like people knowing whereabouts I live and stuff. But I've been to a good few. One of my favorites, though, I will throw you one. Alabama's really nice. Like, people joke a lot about Alabama. I have never lived in Alabama, but I have visited Alabama, and it is an absolutely beautiful state, man. Let me see. Did you draw the thumbnail for this stream? Yes, I did, and it is my greatest artistic masterpiece that I have ever made. I am so proud of it. Let me see. You need to try Subnautica for the next stream. I need to try Subnautica, period. That's one of those indie games that people absolutely fawn over, and I need to play it at some point, you know? It's on that same list that Hollow Knight was on for the longest time of, people love this, I need to try it. And so I probably definitely won't do it for the next stream, but maybe someday I will play it. It's on the list. Still beating Hollow Knight, by the way. Great game. What do you think about Sesame Street? It's got iconic characters. Characters fit for memes and stuff. I don't think I watched it much as a kid, but I think I do like the cast of characters pretty well. Have I played the Arkham series? I've not played the Arkham series. I would like to. That and the Spider-Man series that PlayStation made. I think both of those are series I need to play at some point. Do you like Avatar: The Last Airbender? I've not seen it yet. That one, Gravity Falls, was #1 on my list of I need to watch this at some point, and now Avatar: The Last Airbender is pretty much #1 on that for shows. So that is one that I will end up watching at some point, but haven't gotten around to it yet. It's very hard to commit to a long show, you know? Especially if you know you're only going to get like 2 or 3 videos out of it. You might as well just commit to like 1 or 2 movies, and you get way more shorts out of it. But I do need to watch that at some point. Oh, crud. Oh, wait, no, I can still do this. Okay, there you go. There you go. Collect this before it's gone. DC or Marvel? My answer to that has always been, I believe Marvel has better heroes. DC has better villains. Batman, I think, is a more interesting and stronger character than the Avengers. I think a lot of Batman movies can be better than Avengers movies. But the Avengers are so much better than the Justice League. Like, Batman is a great character. Everyone else in the Justice League, they kind of hold him back a lot of the time. Not that they're always bad. I think that Wonder Woman and Aquaman recently were done pretty well. And Superman, the new Superman movie was pretty good. Oh, man. Doing this all wrong. But, I don't know. I don't think the Justice League is as interesting. What if Pixar made a PG-13 movie and would it break even? Number one, can Pixar make a movie now that will break even? Elio sure won't. That thing had a huge budget and it's not doing well. So, I don't know. PG-13 though, listen, I think for an animation studio to do that, the only one that's going to be able to get away with it, and they're not even really, people are still clowning on them for it, is Sony trying to do that Fixed movie. I think it's a horrible idea. There's always going to be adult animated movies, but I don't know, I could see it being PG-13 in like a Spider-Verse way, you know? Where it's clearly made for teens, but it's not like gross or weird in the same way that like Sausage Party and Fixed are, which are just like, the whole joke is, hey, let's take this art style that's kind of meant for kids and tell a very not kid-friendly story. Whereas like Spider-Verse, that's a pretty close to PG-13 movie, and yet it's not PG-13. But it proves that like you can tell more mature stories with animation. That's, I think, the kind of thing we should be going for. And so I think if Incredibles released today, there's a chance it's PG-13. I don't know. At the end of the day, a PG-13 Pixar movie would probably not do well, but if it was well made like The Incredibles or Spider-Verse, I think word would get around, and there's a chance that, yeah, it would end up finding an audience. Would it break even? Would it do super well at the box office? I don't think the chances of that are very high. Yeah, let's go back, because I am pretty sure I missed something over here. Let's not hit that thing. But Disney or Pixar making a PG-13 movie, I don't think they could get away with it. People would be interested in a DreamWorks one. Would they watch it? I don't know, but I think people would be interested in it. And then Sony, again, if it's well made, they could probably get away with it. Disney or Pixar, though, are a lot more kid-centric as far as, like, their image goes. So, I don't know. That would be tough. I've talked about this for too long. Hey, dude, we got a super chat. Rosalina Bob 64. How would you rank Peach, Daisy, Rosalina, and Pauline? When it comes to which character I'm going to pick in Mario Kart, I think Daisy comes first. Daisy's just a well-made character. I like her in Smash. I usually pick her in Smash. Then you've got Peach is fine. Peach is okay. I think Daisy's just a better version of Peach in Smash and Mario Kart. Rosalina and Pauline. Pauline, I've never really liked Pauline. Like, people keep trying to make her into this big thing, but I don't know. She's fine. And then Rosalina's pretty okay. She's a fine character. It really just comes down to Daisy. I think Daisy, I don't know, she smiles the most. Everyone else, like, they have to be too cool, but it's just like, Daisy smiles. It's just like, I don't know, that's kind of cool. But as far as which one I would pick in Mario Kart, Daisy would be the first one. Okay, best musical. I mean, it depends on what you're defining as musical, because, like, a lot of Disney movies, I'm the Disney guy, you can count those. But if it's a Disney movie, I would put Tangled up there, obviously. I'm biased as heck. But if we're just talking just Broadway musicals or stage musicals or stuff like that, the only one I've seen that I can think of is Hamilton. And so, yeah, I'm going with Hamilton. Which, I don't know. It was well made, okay? Which kind of brings up the Lin-Manuel conversation. I think Lin-Manuel is such a funny person because I feel like anybody who hates Lin-Manuel can't admit that he has made some pretty good things. And I feel like anyone who loves Lin-Manuel can't admit that he's made some pretty bad things. You know? Like, yes, you can make as many excuses as you want for the fact that creatively, he just didn't want to... Yeah, he made Scuttlebutt, but, like, Disney made him. Or, he just wasn't feeling it. Yeah, but he still made it. He still made it. And that's one of the worst Disney songs I think ever made. And I think you can argue, oh yeah, he's horrible, he's overrated. Yeah, but he gave us Encanto. And Moana has some pretty great music, too. And Hamilton is an absolute masterpiece. So, I don't know. I feel like the Hamilton haters need to... respect the fact that he's pretty good a lot of the time. And then I think the Lin-Manuel fans need to admit, yeah, not everything he prints is gold. He's made some pretty bad stuff. But, I don't know, not even remotely close to the question you asked, but I still thought that was interesting. Okay, thoughts on Invincible? I have not seen it. That's probably on the list for, like, I need to see it at some point, but I have not seen it. Give me my stuff back. Thank you. Nice, made it out with a gold. I don't think I had a gold before, so that's kind of nice. Most annoying but catchy song. Ooh. Blinded by the Lights would be up there. I think that song's kind of overrated. It's not bad, but it's not that great, and it is super catchy. Oh, what was that one that came out recently? Like, Pata or whatever? The one they used in the Cat in the Hat trailer? Honestly, I don't think that's that bad of a song until they get to that section, and it's just like, oh, this isn't music, what are you doing? This isn't good anymore, oh my gosh. I don't know. How old are you? Not gonna tell you. I am a young adult. That is as close as I'll get. Best music creator? Owl City. Absolutely peak, that guy's the best. Thoughts on cheese? It's amazing and I probably eat too much of it. Ooh, I love this stage. As in, I love its music. It's actually probably a really hard stage. But we're gonna play it. Alexander Hamilton. Oh, yep, we got some Hamilton fans in here. Pretty good. It's pretty good. What is your favorite character you have drawn? Ooh. Bacon Guy would probably not be the favorite. Again, I went with him just because he was the best choice. But Bacon Guy is pretty great. Like, I do love Bacon Guy. Oh, man. Oh, crud. Crud. Get out of my way. Out of my way. Oh, my gosh. Let's see. Smelk would be up there. The Princess would be up there. I absolutely love the Princess. Dude, the Princess is just so beautifully ugly. Blobfish. Dude, Blobfish is great. I don't know. I like a lot of them. I think my least favorite would be the Bat one, which I don't use that often. I made it, and I was like, oh, this is funny. I need to add it to the list of characters that I've created. And then just like, I don't know. No offense to Bert the Bat, but he's not my best creation. So, poor guy. Poor guy. Thoughts on Nostalgia Critic? I don't know who that is. Oh, gosh. Please get me out of here. Oh, man. Sorry, I don't know who that is. Okay. What would be your reaction if Disney bought Universal? I don't see that happening. Listen, if Disney bought Universal, you know how many animation companies Disney would own? All of them except Netflix. And Sony, I guess. They would not own Sony. They would own DreamWorks and Illumination. They already own Blue Sky, even though it's dead. They own Pixar. They own Disney. It would literally just be them, Sony, and Netflix. I think it's more likely that they would want to buy Sony than Universal, just because Sony has Spider-Man. I also think that Sony is not... Oh, that was a save. Sony's not giving up on Spider-Man anytime ever, so I don't see either of those happening. At some point, you get so big that, like, antitrust laws kind of have to come into effect, right? Like, there's no way that Disney can just keep buying up all these companies. That might be an interesting short. When would antitrust laws come into effect? Would that be too much? I don't know. Might be an interesting idea. Did you watch Fantastic Four First Steps? I have not seen it, sadly. I need to at some point, but it was not interesting enough that I was like, I need to see this in theaters. It was just like, I'll see it at some point. Don't hit that. Oh my gosh, that would have been so dumb. Let me see. Can you play Peak sometimes? I think I currently am. Unless you're talking about an actual game named Peak, in which case I don't know what that is, so I probably need to go educate myself. Is Disney better than Pixar? Right now or all time? I think they're both great for different reasons and have both created awesome movies that, I don't know, you gotta respect them for, you know? Nah, crud. But which one's better right now? I think either one still has it in them to produce an absolute masterpiece. Win or Lose and Encanto proved that. But that doesn't mean that... I think both of them also have incredibly horrible and lackluster things in them. I really thought Turning Red wasn't that good. Wish and Strange World, I will die on the hill that both were absolutely horrendous. Lightyear, pretty bad movie. And then there's a lot of movies I just don't like, but it's like, yeah, they're not technically bad. They're just not made for me, you know? Oh, this is gonna be tough. Oh, that was close. Let me see. Thoughts on the Pirates of the Caribbean movies? I made a short on that a long time ago when I had like 5,000 subscribers or something, so you're entirely forgiven if you haven't seen it. Yeah, they're amazing. I think I called them underrated, and I got a bunch of comments saying, oh my gosh, bro thinks that one of the biggest movie series ever made is underrated. Yeah, I do! People don't talk about them much anymore. They're so well made, man. Oh my gosh. This is why I don't have a very good ranking on this level. Oh. Okay. Aw, man. Okay, yeah. That was rough. Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean 1 and 2 are masterpieces. Just masterpieces as far as blockbusters go, you know? Just really, really fun. And then Pirates of the Caribbean... Oh, crud. 3, artistically, pretty okay. But the film itself, story and everything, not great. But the music, some of the visuals in that movie, yeah, pretty cool. You're coming with me, Buster. Let me see. What's your favorite movie nobody likes? Basic answer. Basic bacon guy answer. Thelma the Unicorn. Literally nobody else but me, I feel like, enjoys that film. But I thought it was really fun. I had a really fun time with it. Oh my gosh, die. Thank you. For nothing, you useless reptile. Battery acid guy here. Oh my gosh. Nice to see you around, man. Best movie by a small company. Ron's Gone Wrong was made by Locksmith Animation. Not a perfect movie, but a pretty enjoyable movie. So I'd put that up there. Favorite Sonic movie? 1, 2, or 3? I think 1 and 2 were both really good, and 3 was great for the fans, but as someone who's not really a fan of Sonic, not an avid fan anyways, it was fine. I thought it had the most plot issues out of all of them. But 1 and 2 are just really fun movies, and so I'm a fan. What do you think about Adventure Time? I've not seen Adventure Time. Crazy, but haven't seen it. Let me see. Favorite Spider-Man movie? Spider-Verse. Basic answer, but like, it's so good, man. Spider-Verse is just such a good film. Of the other ones, the Tom Holland one, like, they all have reasons to be liked and disliked. They're all pretty well-rounded. I think of the Tom Holland ones, the first one is the best. The third one is, I mean, the most fun, but plot-wise, again, tons of issues. The Andrew Garfield first one is pretty fun. The Tobey Maguire first and second one are pretty well made. Like, they're all good, but Spider-Verse 1 and 2 are just, oh, they're the best, man. They are so well made. Alright, you should do a Dano Draws collab. I mean, if he's open, that'd be kind of fun. I don't see it happening, but, oh, this level's tough. Oh, I hate this one. Thoughts on Ratatouille? A great movie. I've got this one guy that keeps commenting. He might be watching right now. He comments basically on every single short, or has commented for like almost a year now, asking for a Ratatouille video. And I feel bad, because like, oh man. Oh, this is gonna, we're in for some good stuff today. I feel bad, because I've not made a Ratatouille video yet, but I also have nothing to say other than it is a good movie. And so, I don't know. Maybe, since I'm reviewing tons of movies now, maybe I could just do a old-fashioned review of Ratatouille. Like, does Ratatouille still hold up, or something like that? Yeah, it totally holds up. So I don't know, is that interesting, if the answer's that obvious? I don't know. We'll see. One day there will be a Ratatouille video. I just haven't found the right words for it yet. But yeah, absolutely great movie. Let me see. Bacon Guy, apparently a licensed therapist, watches one of your videos. Cool! Nice! Hello and welcome. Have you watched The Amazing Digital Circus? Yes, I have. It's pretty okay. Again, I think it is overrated, but that doesn't mean it's bad. Overrated does not mean it's bad. It's just like, wow, that pretty good thing got a lot more hype than I expected. Okay. Oh, gosh! I mean, we gotta go up there and get that star, you know? Thoughts on the Inside Out movies. 1 is a fantastically made movie. 2, I've only seen once, but I remember thinking, yeah, this is about the best Pixar sequel. Cars 3 does exist, though. I do like Cars 3. Oh, gosh. Okay, I've got 2 different screens. I've got the screen that you guys are watching, and then I've got the Wii U gamepad, because I'm not playing this on the Wii, I'm playing it on the Wii U, just because that's easier to stream off of. And when I look at the main screen, there is a tiny bit of latency, and so I can't do a lot of stuff quite as well as I would like to. And so sometimes I'll just clutch up and look at the Wii U gamepad. It's a little bit easier. Not by a lot, but by a good amount. Let's please not die today. Yeah, okay, that's about as good as we're going. Oh, no! Oh my gosh, thank you for saving me. That was almost really, really bad. Oh, make a video of the new Gumball show. I'll sell my soul. Okay, so I tried the new Gumball season, and I did not make a video on it for... Oh my gosh, what? Oh my gosh! I forgot this guy was here. That's horrible. I didn't make a video on it because, number one, Phineas and Ferb, the revival, that was a show that, like, I know enough about the original show to say, this is different for these reasons, or this is better, or this is worse for these, oh my gosh, these reasons. Gumball, I've not seen enough to say, hey, I like it better than the original, or worse than the original for these reasons. I did not like the first episode very much. I thought, I don't know. I understand doing social commentary and stuff, but it feels like a lot of the time, social commentary only works if you're actually trying to make a point. And I guess they had like 20 different points they were trying to make in that one. But I feel like social commentary comes off the wrong way a lot of the time if it's spiteful. And I don't know, the episode felt really, really spiteful. Now that might just be my opinion, but I don't know. I understood what they were going for with it, and they were tackling a lot of things that it's like, yeah, I think it is an interesting conversation to have about why, like, food today is so gross, and why the same 5 people or 5 companies own seemingly everything. Like, I think a lot of those conversations are really interesting. But I don't know. I didn't like the tone of the new series, or that episode at least, and that was not a tone that I'd noticed in older Gumball episodes. So, I don't know. I've not really watched much more after that. I did watch the other one about the mom and VR and stuff. I mean, it was fine. It was not the best Gumball episode. So, again, I've not seen much of Gumball, so I can't really say, this is why it's good, or this is why it's bad. It's better than the original. It's worse than the original. I've only seen a few of the original episodes, and so, I don't know. Oh, gosh! Oh, that hurt. Oh, okay. Who's your favorite Disney girl, not Disney princess? Oh gosh. We're not getting a gold on this one, guys. One that I found recently that I had never thought was that great a character because I just hadn't paid enough attention to the movie. Oh, Jane from Tarzan. I was about to say what is her name, but I remembered it. She's really cool. Like, she's really fun. She's really cool. I don't know. They gave her a really energetic and fun personality, and I think she pulled it off really, really well. Good character, good film. Oh, this is gonna be tough. I missed it. I need to stop risking things, but I'm not getting a medal on this one anyways. Oh, man. So I would put Jane up there. As far as underrated goes, wow. I did not remember her being as good as she was. She was a pretty great character. Also, definitively not a Disney princess. There's certain characters it's just like, yeah, you, as much as you want to try and make all of your good female characters Disney princesses, sometimes it just doesn't make sense. Jane is one of those characters. Oh! I'd say that was about the most clutch thing I've ever done, but, like, I mean, it's kind of balanced out by everything else I just did, so. Wow, nice. Will you watch the 4th or 5th Pirates of the Caribbean movies? I'm not interested enough to watch those. Like, again, the series kind of lost me, and so I don't see myself ever going back to rewatching those. Maybe one day. Again, eventually, you make enough shorts, you gotta diversify and start doing different things. You can only do animation for so long, so I could see myself moving on to bigger series like that at some point. But I'm just not... I don't know. That would not be one of my first choices. So if I ever watched or reviewed those, it would be a long time from now. Yeah, I'm not getting a medal on this level. Why does your laugh sound like Matt Pat? I get the you sound like Matt Pat thing a lot, which honestly, again, I've said it before, that's about the best compliment you could possibly give me. Matt Pat is an absolute YouTube legend, and I take inspiration from his content, but his stuff is just so much better, man. Oh, gosh. Let me see. Have you played the Donkey Kong Country games? Yes, I have. Donkey Kong Country Returns is one of the hardest yet best games ever made. It's a hill I will die on. It is fantastic. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD on the Switch looks pretty bad. Like, it looks like a pretty bad port of a really good game. Especially when Tropical Freeze was right there and got a pretty good treatment, I would think. Didn't I just kill you like 5 minutes ago? I'll just get right up close and personal. I'll just hit him a few times. Or not. Have you ever heard of They Might Be Giants? They did Istanbul Non Constantinople. That's about the only song I know by them, but it's a pretty good song. It's a pretty good song. It's on one of my playlists. Yeah, die, Buster. Do you wear glasses? That is an interesting question that I am probably not going to answer. Oh, crud. My vision is not the best. I can say that much. Let me see. How do I play Kirby's Epic Yarn if I don't have a Wii or Wii U? I don't think you can. I mean, I guess emulation, piracy, like those methods exist, but I feel like it's easier just to get a Wii or Wii U, you know? This is a fantastic game, though. I would highly recommend you try it. Please die. Just die. Thoughts of LS Mark? I've seen some of his videos. I think he makes some pretty good points here and there. Oh, man. I don't watch a lot of his content just because he is a lot more crass than I like, but I think some of his stuff is pretty good, you know? Just because someone is not exactly my cup of tea does not mean they're bad, and I think he's made a lot of pretty good points. He was one of those people up there with Saberspark and Awesome May. Awesome May is the only one that I actually really, really like of those three. He was the only, or LS Mark was one of those. And, yeah. He was an inspiration for this style of content I do. So, yeah. Huge props to that guy. And Cartoon Sheep. He's up there, too. Yeah, I did not in that level very well. Let's see. Is there anything? Oh, I've not done Meta Melon Isle. Oh, well. You know what we gotta do then, huh? Do you enjoy Power Rangers? Haven't seen much of them. Or One Piece. Saw that as a comment. For a bunch of subscribers, will you cook bacon with Thelma the Unicorn sound on the background? That would be really, really weird. That's also a lot of subscribers. So, like that one dude, someone asked on stream at one point, like, hey, when you hit like 600 million subscribers, will you buy me a hippopotamus? I mean, my answer for that kind of thing is, if I hit that kind of level of subscribers, at that point, why not, you know? It'd probably be better if I bought you a hippopotamus than if I didn't buy a hippopotamus. If I hit 600 million subscribers, that's insane. Oh! Oh! This is the level where you do like 50 million things. That's so cool. Don't give me a penny? Okay. Consider it done. Thoughts on Cocomelon? Don't let your kids watch Cocomelon. If you want to let your kids watch something like Bluey, that's a good thing. Some older stuff is pretty good. Cocomelon, don't let your kids watch Cocomelon. Love your kids more than letting them watch Cocomelon. Ah, no! No! If you hit 400k, bring back the cheese. I might have to do that, actually. The cheese. Broadwin. One of the best Bacon Guy characters. One of the least known as well. You gotta respect the cheese, man. You gotta respect the cheese. Gotta dig pretty deep in the bacon guy lore to find the cheese, though. Come back up. I know you're going to. Maybe he won't. Maybe I need to get out of here. Maybe I should have gotten out of there. What is your very bad about Disney's 100-year anniversary picky marketing? I don't know if that's a sentence. They made Wish and a bunch of other pretty bad movies that year, so yeah. 2023 was their 100-year anniversary, I think, and that is one of the worst years I think Disney's ever had. I've seen people on like Reddit and YouTube try to defend it as like, oh, it wasn't that bad a year for Disney, guys. Guys, it was awful. Disney had like some of the most high-profile flops of all time were all that year. Like, the next year was pretty good for them because they had Deadpool and Wolverine, they had Inside Out 2. Oh my gosh, they had Moana 2. Oh my gosh, just get out of there. It's like, yes, Disney had a good rebound year from 2023, but 2023 was just a bad year all around for the company, man. And I think it's okay to admit that it was probably one of their worst ever. 2025 so far is not shaping up to be as good as 2024 for them, but they also do have the only American billion-dollar movie, so yeah, it could be a lot worse for them, you know? Oh, not the trains! Oh, man. Okay, I might have to sit back for this one, so if you hear, like, I don't know. If it sounds like I'm talking from really far away, that's because I'll be talking from pretty far away. I'll take a quick rest, then. Wow, I've been doing this for over almost 2 hours. Nice, that's pretty good. PC specs. I have a Mac. Have you played a Paper Mario game? No, I have not. Have you heard of Scott Kramer? I've heard the name. I don't know anything about him. Played any Fallout games? I watched the show. I've not played the games. The games look cool. Could you make a video talking about how well older 2000s movies like Madagascar would do if released today? I don't really think that's something that you can quantify, just because a lot of the time movies like that are products of their time. And so I don't know if they would do better or worse when releasing today. I think if you look at Madagascar specifically, that was an original animated movie at the time, I think it would not do as well today just because the box office is down and original movies don't do as well. And so, I don't know, you can apply rules like that, but you can't look at a specific movie and be like, this probably would have done better or worse if it was released today, you know? That's kind of a difficult question to answer. Thoughts on Ryan George? He's pretty funny. He is pretty funny. Any underrated animated show? Dragon's Race to the Edge. Pretty fascinating. Pretty great. Do you like eating bacon? Oh, yeah, it's great, man. Best movie trilogy, in your opinion? It will be Spider-Verse. If they can stick the landing. Maybe not, though. Lord of the Rings is the correct answer. But Spider-Verse can be next up. If they stick the landing, Spider-Verse will be the best film not adapted trilogy ever. Because, like, yes, the story isn't original, it's Spider-Man, but also, like, it's not based off something. Not based off a specific storyline down to the letter. Whereas Lord of the Rings is, like, not super faithful, but also a pretty faithful adaptation, you know? Faithful enough. More than Rings of Power. What is Donald Duck's first appearance? I have no idea. Have you ever thought about making your own game? I have. And I am not good at programming, so I'm going to stick to YouTube videos. Thoughts on Cars? Should I pay my taxes? Yes, you should. The IRS will get you. Thoughts on Cars? The first movie is an absolute masterpiece. Number 2 is not that great, but I can see why people like it, even if I don't. And number 3 is pretty good. Unless you're talking about just cars. And yeah, cars are cool. They get me from point A to point B. Will you play One Shot? Probably not. How old are you, or what age bracket are you in? Teen, adult, no need to answer if it makes you uncomfortable. I won't give you the exact age, but I am a young adult. I will give you that much. Me and Dano are not far off in age. Have you watched Paperman? I think that was the Disney short. Yeah, that one's pretty okay. Make a video on Hamilton. Probably not. If you could have lunch with one other famous YouTuber, who would it be? Ooh, have lunch with. Matt Pat seems chill. He would be up there. Short Cat seems like a pretty cool dude. We have some crossover in that we both make short content, and so yeah, he'd be pretty cool. He just seems like a really, really chill guy. I don't know. Those would both be cool. Let me see. Should I read a chapter book? Yeah, probably. Books are good for you. Will you watch Memoir of a Snail? Probably not. 19. I agree. What's a random celebrity that you dislike? I'm not a huge Pedro Pascal fan. Yeah, some of his acting is pretty good, but I feel like he's in a lot right now. And, like, it's kind of the Jack Black thing in that everything he shows up in, he looks very similar. Like, Pedro Pascal, he always has that signature mustache. And, like, I don't know. I feel like I would like him a lot more if he would differentiate a lot of his looks. But because he won't change his face, it feels like he is playing the same character, even when his acting skills are better than a lot of other, oh, they just play the same character people. But I don't know. I am not a huge Pedro Pascal fan. I'll put that out there. Who's the ultimate chill guy? I got some friends that are really, really chill. I'm not going to say their names, but they're pretty chill. Any advice for someone who would want to start a channel? Ooh. Pick something you like, number one. And then just be consistent with it. That's kind of what I did. I decided I was going to post a video every day, and I did. And as I kept posting videos, I got better. I figured out more what people liked and more what people didn't. Posting daily is not going to work for everyone, but I think the overall advice would just be, once you find something that you like, start making content about it, and then whatever people seem to lean more towards, if you want more views, that's a good direction to go. And for me, yeah, I noticed a lot of people liked my animation content more than my other content, and I was just like, oh, okay, maybe I can be the animation guy, and I've kind of become the animation guy, which is really, really cool. So, I still make videos here and there that aren't about animation when I think a video should be made, but a lot of the time it is animation, just because, like, I don't know, a lot of that stuff is pretty interesting. Do you like Taylor Swift? I think she is also overrated. I don't have any Taylor Swift songs that I listen to. I think a lot of her fans can be really, really cringe, but it's the same way with a lot of different fan bases. I don't know. I don't hate her aggressively. Like, there's a lot of things that I do, but I don't know. She exists. She exists. Thoughts on The Godfather? I've not seen it. What's your favorite number? 27. It's pretty good. How do you learn to edit videos, specifically long forms? Honestly, I'll be real. I learned it by just doing it. I got in there and I started just messing around with things. And so most of what I've done is kind of self-taught, you know? And with long forms, I do them all in CapCut. And my short forms. Everything I do is pretty much through CapCut, which it's free. It's awesome. Definitely suggest it. I think there are some privacy concerns with it though, so definitely look into that. Yeah, I would definitely say just get in there and try it. You can watch a bunch of videos, and videos will definitely help you get started, but a lot of the time just getting in there and messing around helps. But I had a different channel before this one, back when I was like 12 or something, and just making videos for that, awful, horrible videos that nobody ever watched, taught me the basics of editing, and so when I started this channel, I already knew what I was doing. So it doesn't matter what age you are. If you think you want to make a channel, definitely start, because even if it doesn't work out, you will learn valuable skills you might be able to use later on. That's exactly what happened to me. How bad did that bus hit you? Pretty bad, man. Pretty bad. I was in the hospital for a while. Not in real life. This was just in a short, obviously. Bacon guy, can you please pay my taxes? I haven't paid them in years. You're literally just asking for money like the penny thing. No. Get your own money. What is your style? Nerdy, emo, geeky, etc.? I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty decently laid back. I feel like people other than me would be able to stick me in a box like that better than I could. Because I feel like I'm pretty different, but I think everyone thinks they're different. So, I don't know. What other channel? I ain't telling you that. Have you played Slay the Spire? I think that's the card game. Okay, weird rant. I inherently dislike games that use cards. I don't know why, but like, if parts of the game are built around cards and collecting cards, other than Shovel Knight King of Cards, that game is fantastic. If part of the game is just built around collecting and assembling decks of cards, it's just, I don't like it. Even if that exact same game would feel the same if you just didn't use cards and used a different kind of menu, I would like it a lot more. I just dislike card games inherently, or games that use cards. I don't know why. It's a weird critique, but I just don't like them. And I think Slay the Spire was that one where it was like a Metroidvania type game with cards. I disliked it for that reason. So I don't know. It's an unfair thing, but it is also just a little pet peeve of mine where it's just like, I don't like that. No, you're cool. That's what you are. Thank you. Are you legally allowed to drink alcohol? That gets you a little closer to discovering my age, so I'm just gonna not answer that one. Is a frustrating film better than a boring film? If I'm giving them number rankings, Wish is frustrating. Nope is frustrating. Boring. I mean, Ferdinand was pretty boring, but there was some stuff in there that I kind of liked. Peyton Manning was in that movie. That was so funny. I think I'd rather leave a movie underwhelmed than frustrated. So I think I would say that boring is better than frustrated, but neither one of those is good. What animated movie do you think is so bad, but you know it could be better? Wish. Like, that's such an easy answer, but oh my gosh, even just in the concept art and stuff alone, that could have been so much better, man. Let me see. Bacon Guy, can I call you Cool Bacon Man? Hey, I'll take it. Thank you so much. You can definitely call me that. Thoughts on SpongeBob? I never really got into SpongeBob. Not a big fan of that. Are you going to start the level? I probably should at some point, but we're kind of nearing the end of like how much I can do in this game. So if I want to keep this stream going very long and keep answering questions, I need to find a way to stretch it out somehow. So we're just going to say this is a little break. Please give me money. No. Bacon Guy, plan on watching Fantastic Four First Steps? I'll do what I did with Captain America. I will probably watch it on streaming and not make a video on it. Unless it happens to be absolutely fantastic or one of the worst movies ever made. But if it's one of the worst movies ever made, I know people like it, and so unless I have very specific critiques, I probably wouldn't make a video on it. I don't know. It'll definitely show up in my year ranking video that I do at the end of the year, where I talk about all the movies I saw. It won't be one of the worst. I don't think it will. I don't think it'll be one of the best, but it shouldn't be one of the worst. Did you like Toy Story 4, and what are your thoughts on there being a fifth? Toy Story 4 is a fine movie, but it's not a good Toy Story movie, and I think Toy Story 5 is in this weird spot where it's like, nobody needed 4, and now we're getting 5. What? Why? And it looks like they're bringing Woody back. It's just like, how many times are they going to end the series and then unend it to make another one? Why? Why are you doing this? Will you watch Prey 2022? Probably at some point. I need to see that. Do you have a Switch 2? No, I do not. What's your favorite Lego set? As a kid, the best Lego set I ever got was the Arkham Asylum Batman Lego set. From like 2012, 2013, 2015. Fantastic. Easily the best set I ever got. What is at the top of the year ranking so far? I'm not going to tell you that. But The Bad Guys 2 is pretty high. Could be in the number 1 spot, but that one is in the top 3 currently. So there'll probably be a movie that'll be able to unseat that or whatever is number 1. Bad Guys 2 might not be number 1, but we'll see. Right now, there's only been 2 movies that I've seen this year that I can definitively point to and be like, this was a good movie, and it's Bad Guys 2 and Heads of State. So, both pretty good. Quite enjoyable. Do you like The Peanuts? Great movie. The comics were boring. Boring, charming, but boring to read. The movie was fantastic. It was all the charm with none of the boredom. What's your opinion on the F1 movie? That's one I need to see. I assume that'll go in my top 3. I assume so. I've heard really good things about it. Thoughts on Pokemon bringing back Megas? I don't know enough about Pokemon for that to be a big deal to me. I know kind of what that refers to, but I didn't know they were gone, and I don't know like the weird Pokemon political, I don't know, reasons for liking or disliking that, so apologies. If you could swap lives with someone else for 24 hours, who would it be? That's weird. I don't know. I kind of like my life. I mean, it might be interesting to swap with like the FBI director or something, just so I could like learn stuff, because that'd be kind of cool. But then like you kind of have to keep that to yourself, or else the FBI is coming after you. And I wouldn't know any like the protocols the FBI guy would know, so I probably wouldn't even be able to get in there. So I don't know. Thoughts on The Office? I've seen some of The Office. A lot of it is really, really funny. Not watched too much of it, but I already answered your Prey question. Any thoughts on Deltarune? It's overrated. It's not bad. The music is fantastic, but it's not near as good as the original Undertale. Undertale is fantastic. Let me see. Do you watch any anime? No, I do not. Worst kids show you've ever seen? There was one that I saw. I think it was, my cousins were watching it. It was called Larva Island on Netflix. I don't know if that's a movie or a show. It looked absolutely horrendous. But I watched garbage as a kid too, so what do you know? Bacon guy, can I eat you because you are a bacon? You could technically try, but I wouldn't suggest it. I'm pretty opinionated. Let me see. Thoughts on Andy and Alien Romulus? I don't know which character that is, but Alien Romulus overall was pretty good, and I liked most of the characters. Thoughts on the Emperor's New Groove, and what's your favorite Pokemon? Those are two entirely different questions, but Emperor's New Groove is awesome, and Spheal is the definitive best Pokemon. I will have no other answer besides that. Best soda. Ooh, Baja Blast is up there, but I think if you're just going for the all-around best, if I had to drink one for the rest of my life, it's Coke. Just definitively. It's so good. Best show ever. Gravity Falls. Probably up there. Thoughts on my name, Ryder. Flynn Rider is one of the best characters of all time, so you share a great name with him. I know his real name is Eugene Fitzherbert, but let's be real. Does anybody ever refer to him as Eugene? Not really. Love the guy, though. Let me see. Favorite DC character, except Batman, of course. Batman. But favorite DC character, so it can be a hero or a villain. I mean, this is also the most basic answer, but the Joker is awesome, man. In everything he's in, the Joker's great. Do you like Royal Pair? Again, some of his content is too crass, so, like, I don't watch it a lot, but he is really funny. He can have some really funny stuff. He makes way higher quality videos than I do, so mad props to him. Best character in Tangled? I mean, Flynn Rider's up there. Rapunzel's up there. Mother Gothel's up there. It's just such a well-rounded cast. It's the perfect Disney movie. It really is. Do you like quizzes? Not really. Not really. Funniest live action movie you've ever seen? Hot Rod is pretty funny. I do really enjoy that movie. Do you like Hamilton? It's pretty good. It is pretty good. I would even go as far to say as, yeah, I can see why people said it was a masterpiece. It is incredibly well made. Nope, nobody calls him Fitz. Yeah, nobody calls Eugene Fitzherbert Eugene Fitzherbert. He's Flynn Rider. That's an easier name to say and just a cooler name. No offense, Eugene. How old were you when you watched Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2? Didn't see it in theaters, but I probably didn't see it too much longer after. So, I've seen that movie for a while. Probably, like 14? No, younger than that. I don't know. I was young, but not super young. Make a video about Disney's 100-year anniversary. I made one about their 2023, how that was a horrible year for the box office and a horrible year for them. But I've also done one about their anniversary short. I've done a long form about Wish. I don't have much else to say about their anniversary, you know? Thoughts on Silk Song? It better come out. I'm not done with Hollow Knight yet, so it's fine that it hasn't come out yet, in my opinion. But, like, it better come out. Like, just release the game already. What would you make a movie about if you had unlimited budget, time, energy, and audience that would enjoy it? I would love to see a good animated pirate film. I've talked about that before. I have, like, the base idea and structure for one that I think would be pretty cool. But, like, I don't know. We need a good animated pirate movie. I'd love to see one. Let me see. I need your opinion. My brother thinks that J.K. Rowling stole Tolkien's story. His points are they both have scars, they both have wizard mentors, the Dementors are the same as the Nazguls. I don't know if he's right. Okay, first off, you need to watch the Studio C skit where Gandalf and Harry Potter talk, and Gandalf thinks that Harry Potter is, Frodo, and Harry Potter thinks that Gandalf is Dumbledore, and neither one ever realizes the other one is a different person. It goes over all the similarities, and it's hilarious. Listen, J.K. Rowling did take inspiration, heavy inspiration, some may say, from a lot of different sources. Some being the Wheel of Time series, some being definitely Lord of the Rings. There was Platform 13 was a book I read as a kid, which was about a magical hidden entrance in King's Cross Station, which I'm pretty sure was taken and used in Harry Potter. That would be a wild coincidence. So yeah, she took wild inspiration from a lot of different things, but ended up crafting one of the best stories I think has ever been written. So you gotta give her props for that, you know? See you, Bacon Guy. Congrats on 300 subs. I hope you have a great day or night. Thank you so much. See you later, man. Have you seen Let's Game It Out? Dude, that guy's so funny, man. Oh my gosh. Why is Tangled the best? Oh, because it's just the best, man. That's just one of the best movies Disney's ever made. It's fantastic. I need to make a long form on Tangled at some point. I think I want to work through all the other princess-type movies and probably Wreck-It Ralph. But I might end on Tangled to explain why all of the other films are great or bad or mid, and then get to Tangled and explain this is the best one. And I can properly explain that because I've explained exactly what I think of every other movie. So that might be cool. We'll see. That would be like 5 or 6 years from now, dude. There's so many movies to work through, and you guys know how often I release a long form. Is your handwriting terrible? Oh, dude, I have horrible handwriting. It's awful. I love that Studio C sketch. Yeah, it's great. Disney's best sequel. They've made 3. They've made Frozen 2. They've made Ralph Breaks the Internet. And they've made The Rescuers Down Under. Oh, and Moana 2. They made Moana 2. None of them are particularly great. Frozen 2 is the best animated out of all of them. And it has some banger songs. But it's not a great movie. Ralph Breaks the Internet has some great concepts, but is not a great movie. Never seen Rescuers. And Moana 2 is just thoroughly unnecessary. You cannot argue that movie needed to exist in the form that we got it. So, Frozen 2 is the only one I might ever make a long form on, other than Moana 2, I guess. And so that one would be at the top for me simply because I can use it, not because it's actually worth watching. You know, that's kind of sad, but I don't know. Let me see. Favorite Marvel joke. One of my favorites is language. That one is really funny. Guardians of the Galaxy, I think, has just so many of them. Like, the characters in that movie are really quippy, but they also let that movie slow down and be serious. And that's why it works. That's why I think a lot of these newer movies, they try to be Guardians of the Galaxy, where everyone's just quipping all the time, but they never do a good job establishing them as characters. That scene in Guardians of the Galaxy where, Rocket is... What's he doing? It's been a long stream. It's been a long day. The scene where he gets drunk or something and he starts talking about how he was a lab rat. It's things like that. They do a really good job just letting serious things be serious and being funny when they need to be funny. Those movies are great. So I didn't give you a specific quotable line, but that's good. I also love, if I have to pick just one quote, Dormammu, I've come to bargain. It's a pretty good quote, man. I love it. Okay, if you do end up watching Prey, will you make a short on it? Probably not. I didn't even make one on Alien Romulus, and that was a great movie. I did mention Alien Romulus, though, so I could see me mentioning Prey, but I don't think it'll get a standalone short, you know? Okay, I think I need to stand back, and I need to just do this level, so let me scoot back. Okay. I don't know if you guys can still hear me from back here. Ooh, oh, wait, I haven't gone on the thing yet. Let's see, this might be rough. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Okay. Do you like Battlefield? Battlefield 1943 is one of the greatest games ever made. Oh my gosh! What? What on earth is that? Okay, we can do better than this. We can do better than this. Not like that. Not like that, we can't. Favorite Hollow Knight boss? I have beaten the final boss, but I'm still working my way through a bunch of the other, like, different bosses. And so, I really don't know. It's just a really well-made game so far. I like it a lot. Why do you hate Disney? Because they could be so much better, and their content has just absolutely fallen off. So, I don't know. I will give them credit where it's deserved. Oh, gosh. I just don't think any of their recent stuff, other than, I guess, the stuff that I have given credit. Oh my gosh. I don't think a lot of their recent stuff is worth liking, you know? I already answered that question about Prey, man. Let me see. Are you 25? I am not 25, and I will not answer any more age questions. I already told you guys, I don't really want you knowing my exact age, so... Tell me this makes it. Tell me I don't have to keep going. Please! Yeah! Okay. Nice! Do you think the Mario movie is good? It was a good Mario movie. It was a good theater movie, but it was not like a groundbreaking movie. I don't see anyone who's not already a Mario fan enjoying it. But I don't know. I liked it for what it was. I think that's a fair way of talking about it. It didn't need to be a masterpiece, and it wasn't. But it was... No. It was good for what it was. Yeah, get me out of there. There you go. Sorry, I had to clutch up and finish that. Let me think. Is 2019 the best year for Disney? At the box office, yes. That was a fantastic year for them. I would nominate 2010 as their best year. Not because they released Tangled, and I'm an incredibly biased person, but because they released Tangled... Well, I mean, are we counting Pixar as Disney in this equation? Wow, I did awful on this level. I don't know. I would put Tangled and Toy Story 3, which is the Pixar movie that year, as good reasons for 2010 to be their best. But, I don't know. They've had some pretty good years. 2012, what else did they do other than Wreck-It Ralph? I don't know. Good question. Who's your favorite singer? Owl City. Already said it, but love that guy. Favorite movie of all time? I mean, I gotta put... I always say The Dark Knight. That is one of the best ever made. Back to the Future is fantastic. The Prestige is phenomenal. Tangled, gotta be on that list somewhere. Tangled's just one that I have a lot of nostalgia for. Is it, like, the best movie ever made? Probably not, but just let me like a movie, you know? I love that film. When will Bacon Guy plushies come out? I am planning on doing, like, stickers and stuff at some point. I've worked on that a bit, but not, like, enough. So hopefully that'll come out at some point soon. A plush is something I'm working on. Like, okay, working on is... I don't know. I'm not working on it exactly. It's not the right time for it, but I am, like, researching, figuring out, like, who the best people would be. Makeship, I think, would be a really good option, but I don't know if I'm big enough for a makeship plush. I know Rex D Flipnote just did one or two, so, like, there's the chance that I'm big enough for a makeship plush. But I think that'll be the route once I do decide to go that way. Next year, I think, would be a good time to start thinking and looking at doing a plush. But I will be attempting, like, stickers and stuff, though. I think that'll be a good test bed to see, is there actually interest in a makeshift plush or something like that? So, we'll see. We'll see. I need to test run other things before just jumping straight into doing a plush, as great as doing a plush would be. I want a Bacon Guy plush, too, man. That'd be the coolest thing to go in my room. Whew, you sound so different from the videos. Well, number one, my voice is kind of tired right now. And number two, I mean, I feel like every Shorts creator does have, like, they put on a little bit of a voice just for the videos. But, yeah, I can see that. Let me see. What's a famous thing that you hate? I really don't know. I really don't know. What the heck was that? Oh, I'm supposed to be hitting this. I see. You can just get right up next to it and do this. Playing this game exactly how it was supposed to be made. Yeah, I can't think of any particular famous thing that I hate. I mean, Nope is something that I think was overrated, but that's a bit different from famous thing that I hated, I guess. How long do long-form videos take? It absolutely depends on how much time I have, like how much free time, how interested I am in the topic at hand. Just a lot of different factors. I want to have the next long-form video out before the end of the year. I know that seems like I'm giving myself a really wide window, but the Moana 2 one took like an entire year to make, which is so annoying. So I think before the end of the year would be really good. 2 or 3 of those a year would be an awesome schedule to be on. Will that ever happen? We'll see. It'd be great. But I love making them, man. It's not for the love of making them. It's just sometimes I'm working on other stuff, like in real life or things. Nice. Or I'm working on multiple long-form videos at once, and I am. I've got the scripts to 2 or 3 of them in a pretty okay spot, but not quite good enough to start recording yet. And then another one is one that I'm working on and would love to do. But we'll see. We'll see. Let me see. Shout out. Sorry, I didn't even see your name. Probably not. I don't really do shout outs. But thanks for showing up, you know? Thank you. Favorite Celeste chapter? Ooh, chapter 4. I feel like that is a controversial take, but I love Golden Ridge. It's so well animated. It's frustrating, but not like as frustrating as chapter 3. Chapter 3 is so hard, man. Like, it's just unforgivingly hard. And then, yes. Yes! And then chapter 4 is just beautifully animated. The music's awesome. There's not as much dialogue. There's some at the beginning and the end, but there's not much in the middle, which is appreciated. Ah, crud. Yeah, I don't need to be that close to it, evidently. Yeah. Great chapter, great game. Definitely suggest it to anyone who hasn't played Celeste. Oh, am I supposed to kill the cannons first? Oh, crud. Been a while since I played this level. I love how during this entire 2-hour stream, I have had this low battery alert. Like, that's really funny to me. Hey, buddy, why don't you calm down and die? Oh, man. I kind of thought that would kill him fast enough. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Is Bad Guys 2 worth watching in theaters? Yes! If you've been waiting for a good movie to watch in theaters, it's The Bad Guys 2. I feel like a lot of people disagree with that. A lot of people, not a lot of people, but the film does have its detractors. It's not the greatest movie ever made. But yeah, it's a really fun movie, and I hope it does better in theaters than it's done so far, you know? It deserves better. Oh, okay. Okay. I know I already asked a question, but what is your favorite animated film? It's fine if you've already asked a question. This is a live stream. You can keep asking questions as long as you want. If I see them again, though, that's the question. I would put How to Train Your Dragon, Coco, Incredibles, Tangled, WALL-E, Spider-Verse 1, Spider-Verse 2, and, what was the other one I had? Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Those would all be just S tier. Go watch these now. Wreck-It Ralph. I'd put that on there as well. S tier. You gotta go watch these. These are fantastic, amazing, just awesome movies. Okay, I think I've done it. I've done as well as I'm gonna be able to do today, you know? I've done as many levels as I think is healthy. I've done a lot of them, like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do too much better than that. I'm satisfied. I don't know what I'll do for the 400k stream. I think I'll know once we get closer to that. Maybe Mario Kart Wii. Maybe. That would be great, man. And then I could write that off as a business expense. Oh, that'd be great. I might do Mario Kart Wii. That'd be awesome. We'll see. We'll see. I'll probably answer a few more questions, just so this stream can be technically longer than the last one, but we're pretty close, man. Like, this has been... We got 115 people watching. I feel like we've consistently had around 100 people this entire time. So, guys, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for sticking around, even if your question didn't get answered. I try to answer as many as I can, but sometimes I'm a yapper and I don't get around to it, so apologies. But thank you guys so much. You guys are fantastic. I'll answer a few more just while I'm here, you know. Will there be another Chill stream? Chill was Minecraft specific. Maybe there will be another one. That one was a very hard game to stream because it's hard to play the game in the position that I do my stream setup and concentrate on building or caving with controls that are a little harder than this game. It was hard to concentrate on doing that and reading chat. It's weird, but Celeste is an easier game to stream than Minecraft. Minecraft is pretty tough. So we'll see. I did buy it, and so I would like to get more out of something that I bought, but also the stream did pay for Minecraft, so we'll see. The house I built was also atrocious, though, so I don't know. I doubt I would go back to that world, but, like, I don't know. It's a very difficult game to stream. I don't think I'd be able to get far, like beat the Ender Dragon or anything, so we will see. We will see. You made my whole day. You are so valid and cool. By the way, top 3 favorite movies made in 2014. What? That would have been the year of Big Hero 6, Penguins of Madagascar. These are not my favorites. I'm just listing movies I know that existed that year. Home was 2014? Maybe 2015? I don't know. Let me just search 2014 movies real quick, because I've seen you flash that question while I answered other ones, so let me search real quick. 2014 movies. Why do I know none of these? Show movies I know. Not Muppets Most Wanted. Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy. We'll put that on the list. I probably need to rewatch Muppets Most Wanted. I remember not liking it a lot. Captain America the Winter Soldier. Stick that on the list. Might just be Marvel. Oh, that was such a good time for Marvel. Oh, Lego Movie. Oh, dude. Okay. Yeah. We got some pretty good movies that year. I don't know if those would definitively be my top 3, but those are, yeah, looking at all these others, yeah, I think that's it. Those are fantastic films, man. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Okay. Do you think the Star Wars sequels are overhated? Yes and no. I think the first movie and second movie are better made movies than a lot of people give them credit for. Like, the first movie is visually one of the greatest films ever made. It is just, from a technological standpoint, it's fantastic that they made a movie that looked like that. Yes, it's the most expensive movie ever made, but it shows and it looks good. Plot-wise, it's just a rehash version of Episode 1, so take that as you will. Episode 8. I enjoy that movie a lot, but it has a lot of glaring flaws. I think it's a really fun movie, but probably not a great Star Wars movie. It does really break a lot of the traditions. So I think it deserves all the hate it gets because the series was not as divisive up until that point. Yes, the prequels are divisive, but not in the way Episode 8 was, man. That was one of the first movies that, like, I don't know, created a war on the internet that big, you know? And then Episode 9 deserves all the hate it gets. It is not a good movie. Just frankly, not a good film. So I think the first 2 movies deserve more respect, if that makes any sense. But I understand any hate they get because anything good the first and second do are kind of undone by the later movies. The second film entirely undoes everything the first movie does. The third movie entirely undoes the other 2 movies. It's one of the worst trilogies ever made because all the films are at war with each other. But each individual movies, the first 2, there's valid reasons to like both. Okay. Thank you for the stream. I was very bored. Your stream cheered me up. Cheers to you, dude. You're incredible. Thank you so much. No, I will not be doing a face reveal. Not anytime soon. Again, like, I don't want to say I'm never going to do it, and then like 15 years down the road when I'm in an entirely different situation, probably doing very different things, then reveal my face. People are like, oh, you said you never would. You're a liar. Listen, for the situation I'm currently in, it's not viable. I don't think it's a good idea. And so I'm not going to do it anytime soon. So that is my answer. Do you believe in God? If so, do you believe about God and Jesus? Yeah, I'm a Christian, man. I've mentioned it in a few different videos. I get into it a lot more in like some of my long form videos than I do in shorts, but yes, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe in the Bible. Let me see. Have you heard of the band AJR? I've heard of it, but I could not name a single song by them if I tried. Stream Fortnite next. Oh, I technically could. You're not wrong. I could. I have. Oh. Wow, the remote died. Oh my gosh. I technically could. That would be a difficult game to stream. Because I'm not very good at it. And I'd have to create a new account. That was why I rebought Minecraft. I already owned it, but I wanted to own the Opinionated Bacon name, you know? And so I probably need to make that account for Fortnite. Not because I want Opinionated Bacon as the tag. I don't think I'd ever use it, but just because I don't want my actual username getting out. I kind of like that one. Again, I don't like people knowing any private info about me. Favorite NBA team? I do not watch NBA. I do watch the NFL though, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are fantastic. Could you rate Christian films? I feel like a lot of Christian films are not very well written. Like, I respect the thought put behind it, but like, I don't know. You're not going to convert someone with a movie, probably. It can happen. I feel like there are people who have watched Christian movies and they were converted, but like a lot of the time, Christian movies, they're absolutely hyped up by the Christian audience, but they're not actually that well made. It's cool what they do, but they're not that good to watch a lot of the time. And there are exceptions. There are always exceptions. I've seen a few Christian movies where it's just like, wow, that was powerful. That was pretty good. But overall, it's the same problem with a lot of political movies today. They put the point, the message, ahead of the actual film and the enjoyability of the film. And so the entire thing suffers. But just my thoughts. Is Disney woke? I do not use that word. I try not to. It's not... Woke is one of those words where I feel like if someone uses it, instantly the people who are listening to it, they turn off their brain and they're... Well, they don't turn off their brain. Instantly they assume they know everything about you and they know all of your stances because you used a particular word. And the word really... Everyone, it has a different meaning for everyone. So yes, I think you can say Disney is woke. What does that mean? I don't think saying it's woke is like... I don't know. I think that's a cop-out answer that, like, I could see using it in context outside of making videos and stuff, like in casual conversations. But, like, I'm not going to use that word when it comes to their movies and stuff. I would much rather pick away at the aspects of Disney that I dislike and tell you why I dislike them than just be like, Disney's woke! They're horrible because they're woke! I don't know. The word itself does not have meaning, and instantly the people who are listening to you, even if the points you're making are good, ignore your points and assume they know what you mean. Or they assume they know everything about you. So it's just like, for the sake of the argument, that's just not... It's easier not to use that word. It doesn't make sense to use that word a lot of the time. Let me see. I think K-Pop Demon Hunters is mid. Is this a hot take? I don't know. I think K-Pop Demon Hunters is one of those movies that everyone who it was made for absolutely loves it. But if you're not a fan of K-pop, you might not love it as much. I haven't seen it because I really dislike K-pop. I'm not a fan of K-pop. I am an avid K-pop disliker, and so I would rather not get involved in that film, you know? We still got 118 people here. Man, that's amazing. Let me see. Hi, am back. Hello and welcome back. Last Predator and Alien question, but will you ever make more? And if so, will you make a short on them? We'll see. They would have to be as good or better than Alien Romulus, but I don't know. We'll see. I doubt I would make a video on it, but you never know. How many subscribers do you have by the end of the year to make a Ratatouille video? Hey! Dude, I mentioned you earlier on the stream where it was just like, there's a dude who keeps asking me for a Ratatouille video. It's not about subs. It's just about having the right idea. And I still have not had the right idea. So, one day, there will be a Ratatouille video. That day is not today. And that's sad. I need to rewatch that movie, though. That's a great film. Favorite Undertale boss? Never beaten Sans. I want to one day, though. I want to. Most underrated movie? Gonna throw Thelma the Unicorn out there again. You are awesome. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Favorite genre of music? I don't think I have... Oh, watch 2010 The Illusionist? I have seen The Illusionist. It's not as good as The Prestige, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Genre of music. Honestly, when it comes to music with words, I like from a lot of different genres, so I'm gonna say... Instrumental is my favorite genre, just because probably 60 to 80% of the music I listen to is from games, or it's instrumental. It doesn't have words. So I would put that as my genre, even though that's also super encompassing, you know? Do a review on 2010's Illusionist? Probably not. It wasn't worth reviewing. It was a fun watch, though. Okay. I think that's about it. I have streamed for 2 hours and 45 minutes, or... No, about 2 hours and 40 minutes. Guys... Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for getting me to 300,000 subscribers. Again, I'm sorry this couldn't be sooner. We're already at 314. Oh my gosh. You guys are awesome. Thanks for this. I enjoy doing these. They're a good time, even though I don't do them too often. And I'll see you guys with tomorrow's video. You guys are awesome. Thanks for showing up. And anyone who stuck through the entire thing, you guys are fantastic. See you guys later.